as well as I'd like, but it's cooperating. All right, we're live. Beautiful. Welcome into another beautiful Sunday of football. It is, I believe it was getting a little snowy over in Chicago, which was interesting. But yeah, I think otherwise it is gorgeous in pretty much the rest of the places where the football is being played. And I guarantee it is beautiful over in San Francisco. We got about 10 minutes to kick off. They are the one of, I want to say, 2 later afternoon kickoff slots. Or if not, the one later kickoff with the couple of 2:05 games. We'll go figure that one out. Either way, we're off at 2:05 or 2:25. Yes. Yeah, okay, no, we're in the late window. So Cards Seahawks was early window for the 2:25. I'm watching Vikings and Ravens right now. Oof. That's ball game. Vikings lose. Baltimore gets another win. They're up to 4-5. So I tell you what. Ravens are trying to make it happen. Sorry, I had my sip of cherry Coke I was trying to swallow there. But yeah, no, so Vikings are cooked, I think. And hang on. Vikings cooked. Who else is cooked? Ravens are not cooked. Ooh. Ooh. Alrighty, let us get a few more things set up. So the last meeting between these two teams was very, very interesting. Hang on, let me find Rams, Niners, week 5. So this is a game October 2nd that went to overtime. So these teams haven't seen each other in a month and a week. And that was a game that Mac Jones started. I believe that was the first of a couple of his starts this season. Player stats, Mac Jones has a big game, 342 and 2 scores. CMC, not a ton in the receiving or the rushing category. Really, I guess, kind of relative to him. 82 yards receiving in that, 57 rushing. It's not the best day from him that week. On the Rams side, though, Stafford had an outstanding day in what has been, a lot of people are calling an MVP caliber year for Matthew Stafford. 30 of 47, 389, 3 scores. Kyron Williams had a really good game. Then he had Tay Adams, Puka Nacua, both going for 85 plus. Puka with a touchdown in that. Kyron Williams had 2 receiving touchdowns in that game. No word on how this Bears game ended, if anybody is curious. I'm curious. And it's my stream, so... we're playing Mario Kart because it's at my house. Oh, there we go. Bears win. 24-20 against the Giants, so the Bears continue to look really unconvincing, but they continue to win. Oh, boy. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday. I hope your teams have won, and I hope they win. Unless they don't help the Broncos, then then I hope they lose. No, pretty much any of the teams that could have helped Denver in seeding right now, they both won. Excuse me. Colts this morning over in Munich, Germany. That game got over about 10:30, so the Colts will continue to hang on to that number 1 seed in the conference. And then New England definitely dodged a bit of a high blood pressure type of game there. Travion Henderson called game in the final minutes with a long ass touchdown run there, and he had one of the points they made about the broadcast, he had to like look to the sideline and like at Coach Vrabel, and he's like, "Can I score?" and he let him. Upset of the week for sure. Dolphins absolutely bitch smack the Bills. So we're talking a 2-7 Dolphins team in Miami, and basically it was Devon Achane that gobsmacked the Bills. Blood pressure's down now. Lamau Halley, yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Oh, once again, Ender Games has made the scoreboard as well, and he sent me a template for the scoreboard going forward. Needless to say, okay, the real MVP here, I'm pointing right at him. It is Ender Games. Ender Games is the real MVP of this shit. At about 5 minutes to kick off, I think it is fair for us to go talk about a couple of storylines here. I believe Mac Jones will get his second crack at these New England Patriots. Yup, Brock Purdy inactive, and this is from Rap Sheet. Of course, we love Ian Rappaport around here. Brock Purdy inactive. Mac Jones will once again be starting for the San Francisco 49ers, and Mac Jones not having himself a terrible season as the Niners starting signal caller in place of Purdy. 67% completion rate, 1,800 yards, 10 touchdowns to 5 INTs. It's been a good year for him. It has been a very nice year for him, and considering, he's needed a bit of a rebound after a couple of rough years with the Pats and then the Jags as the backup to Trevor Lawrence. It's been a rough ride for Mac, so I'm sure he's feeling just as good as Darnold was in San Francisco, I'll tell you that much. So it will, once again, be on Mac Jones, and I honestly wouldn't be shocked if, once again, the game plan is force feed CMC, so CMC fantasy owners about to be eaten right now. Good old CMC. No, this Rams offense is nuts, though, and their defense is super, super great, too. Rams defense is young and hungry. It's led by Jared Verse, not rookie, I want to say second-year edge rusher that they snagged at the bottom of the draft, or second round, I want to say. They snagged him last year or a couple of years ago. I need to turn my notifications off. There we go. Yeah, so Rams are going to be outstanding here. You got Braden Fisk, Puka Nacua at nose tackle, Kobe Turner and Byron Young. Of course, as I was just talking about, Jared Verse as that rusher guy, and then their corners, they've got some decent guys traded for Roger McCreary in the nickelback spot. They might still be getting him up to speed on everything with him being so recent. Starting running back for you, Kyren Williams. Kyron's been good for the guys. Kyren has been good. A.D. Mitchell's the reason we failed to win against this damn team. True. Yeah, that A.D. Mitchell touchdown would have swung everything in your guys' favor. That was a big play too, if I remember right. Tyler Higbee, your starting guy for tight end for the Rams. It's going to be interesting, man. And the Rams have been doing it with this group for the last little bit. They've reloaded a little bit with Devontae Adams. No more Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper's a Seahawk now and not doing too hot for them. Let's go look at this Niners depth chart now via ESPN, of course, because we love ESPN. Leaning a little weird. I'm working around my microphone here like running backs work around their offensive line. Gulp. Yep, like I said, Mac Jones is the starter. Adrian Martinez will be his backup today. Purdy is out. Curtis Rourke is out. Christian McCaffrey, of course, starting at running back. Brian Robinson Jr. right there behind him. Starting receivers, Jawan Jennings, and then likely we're going to see a little bit of Sky Moore as Ricky Pearsall is out. Kendrick Bourne, of course, out here as well. George Kittle, he's working back from an injury. He's been here for a couple of weeks at this point now, so it's been good for those guys. Kyle Juszczyk, of course, fullback. Trent Williams, longtime left tackle for the Niners. No, we're not going back outside. We just went, and you were being a pain in the butt, and you weren't listening. We're not going back out right now. No, ma'am. Lay down. My dog's been being a bit of a pain in the butt today. Lay down. No, you're still kind of in trouble. Lay down. Bro. Yes, I love you. I'm doing stuff. Lay down. Bagel, lay down. Thank you. Stay. Looking better than last week? My guy. We're not going to talk about how you were feeling in the Discord chat this morning. You were hating it this morning, okay? I want you to be completely honest with me here, Enter. You were losing your shit. We go to this Niners defense. Bryce Huff starting where Nick Bosa is on IR for the rest of the year. Kalia Davis at left tackle. Look, I was going through it. Hey, man. Oh, boy. Here we go, getting set for kickoff in gorgeous Santa Clara, 78 degrees, where this game is being played. It's going to be Eddie Pinheiro on to kick this thing off. Niners will get the ball in the second half. Rams getting set up to return this thing, and I should have kept their depth chart on as well. Rams depth chart. Still not all the way set up yet, but yeah, no, Purdy isn't even dressed, like, at all. Let's see who the primary kick returner is for the Rams here. I'm learning these players on the fly. Here we go. Pinheiro knocks this thing away, and it will be Ram football. That is going to be, I believe, Jordan Whittington weaving around there up to the 36-yard line, and the Rams going to have good starting field position to kick this thing off. Team seems to pull out in the fourth quarter. Mine decided it wanted to make us hurt and wait. Hey, not every team can be as cool as us. Not every team can be as cool as the Broncos. So it will be Matt Stafford. Last 5 games, 16 touchdowns for him, no interceptions. It's been good going for this Rams offense, as I said. They are making stuff happen. Here we go. Stafford going to come out, single back set. Looks to be 2 tight ends on the field. One will go in motion. Big number 18 for him. Play action. Straight drop back, and he's going deep. First thing, looking for number 18, Ferguson, along that sideline, and they're going to call him incomplete at about the Niner 30-yard line. Looking to get a deep shot right out of the gate there to Ferguson, and just unable to connect. He gets 1 foot down, can't get the other down, though. Momentum carrying him too far out of bounds, and that is number 27 for the Niners, Brown, working on him in coverage right there. Let's see if I can find out who that is. Jair Brown, the safety. So 2nd and 10, Rams going to come out in the gun. Higbee goes in motion right to left side. High snap, but able to catch it. Stands in the pocket, delivers a strike. That is Devontae Adams. Down to the 48-yard line, first down, Los Angeles. Definitely looking to make a statement against these 49ers who came into LA and upset them in Week 5 in a shocking game that went to overtime. Mac Jones played a great game in that one, as did Matty Stafford. We were talking about that in the pregame. It's going to be interesting to see. So, new set of sticks now for the Rams, single back set. Number 19 going to go in motion, right to left from the slot. He'll settle back down right where he was. Now they send that as Nacua in motion. Play action. Stafford rolling, heaving now, and off of the hands of Puka Nacua. Rare drop for a guy that I think is one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League. Rare miscue from him there, and that's going to set up 2nd and 10 at just about midfield. Niners without Michael Williams today. He is out with a knee injury. I think a major issue in our game is our fucking kicker missing the first 2 field goals, probably. Game would have been a lot more comfortable. But he came through when you needed him. 2nd and 10 now from their own 48-yard line. Stafford in the gun. I believe that is Kyron Williams by him. Trying to sort out a little bit of something there. 2 seconds to go on the play clock. They get it off. Stafford dropping. Stafford outside. Stafford, Puka at the sticks. And that is going to be a Ram first down. Just barely got it to Puka. Puka had to go airborne for it. Just on a deep out route. 10 and out. Able to get up for it. Get the feet down to the ground. Gravity working with him on that one. Despite the 49er trying to shove him out. That is number 0. First down, LA now into 49er territory. Down to the Niner 42-yard line, single back set, 2 tight ends stacked on the left, and now Ferguson will go to the right. Now they're going to motion Higbee in a little bit. They hand it off. That is Williams. Williams fighting forward for a gain of 11. Down to the 31-yard line, Kyron Williams. Bashing off a couple of 49ers and carrying one down to the sticks. First 2 minutes in here, Rams definitely on a very, very statement-looking sort of drive. Sean McVay definitely cooking on that pay sheet, play sheet. Yeah, no idea. My guy Sean, he works in HR. Here we go. Single back set once again. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. That is Higbee. Number 19 going to go in motion right to left. He'll settle in line on that left side. Nacua will now get into the fray. They hand it off once again, and that is not going to go nearly as far. Perhaps a gain of 3 there for Kyren Williams. Number 23 for the Rams here, having himself a decent year in this Sean McVay offense. They give him 2. It'll set up 2nd and 8 now. Rams looking to go down and score. First drive of the game, set the tone. That's how you do it. Of course, Niners will get the ball after halftime here, so crucial they come down and score on this first drive. 2nd and 8. 3 tight end set here for Stafford. Takes a snap, single back, play action, booting right. Now he's chucking it right out of pressure. He's got big number 87, just a few yards short of the sticks there. That is Allen, 3rd string tight end for the Rams, I do believe, and it is Davis Allen, number 87 for him. Look to be a gain of 5 or 6 there. It's going to set up 3rd and 2. They give him 6. We'll see what McVay is going to come out and do here. Kyren Williams had a couple of good carries going. So we'll see what they do. They bring in Colby Parkinson, 4th string tight end. Higbee lined up on the left side, or they had the photo shot of him. We get a timeout in the game here. Timeout by the 49ers. Or perhaps a penalty. No, looks to be a penalty. Encroachment, potentially. We'll see what they call here. Camera zoomed on number 93. No. All right, so the Fox Graphics team was just tripping the hell out. It's a timeout on the field. 11:28 to go in this first quarter. Rams driving into Niner territory. And they have been lighting teams up this whole year. Matthew Stafford with 21 touchdown passes through these first 8 games. Puka averaging the most catches in the league per game. Tay Adams with 8 touchdowns through the first 8 games. Like, yummy. Yummy cherry Coke. So it's going to reset this 3rd and 2 now. Rams coming out looking to convert and keep moving. They'll snap this at the 23. They need the 21 or the 20 and a half pretty much. Stafford under center will hand it off to Kyren Williams, who wiggles around, and now he's got room diving down at the Niner 15-yard line. That is going to be another LA first down. Rams continue to move here, and they're making a statement, and this is a well-blocked run play. That left guard explodes and closes in on the nose tackle. Kyren Williams, he just had a gap to shoot through. I could have shot a moped through that and been fine. And Williams working on a great year, 609 yards. Another single back set, jumbo package here for the Rams, single back. Stafford, play action, booting right, looking, has a man. That is Devontae Adams down to the 2-yard line. Lined up in line there with some of the tight ends. Just can't quite get to the end zone before he's shoved out of bounds. But big play for the Rams here to get him right down to the doorstep of the Niners end zone. And Adams just comes across here, actually, left to right side, just running a bit of a shallow crossing route. Able to get free of his guy. I believe that is Green, number 0 for the Niners. So here we go, under center once again here for Stafford. They've been there for most of this drive. He will snap it, hand it off, outside left side. Kyren Williams, touchdown, Los Angeles. First drive, first score, and they draw first blood here in San Francisco. Kyren Williams, a 2-yard scamper to the end zone, his 4th on the season. Pretty much just straight power running here. No guards, no pull. It's just Tyler Higbee, get out, clobber a man. Allen, get out, clobber a man. And they give him a perfect gap to shoot through on that one. Great first drive by the guys. It's going to bring on Harrison Melvis on for the PAT, and he will boot that through. 7-0. Los Angeles here after this first possession. And that is how the game opens. Rams go on a big scoring drive. They will kick the ball off after the commercial break. So we are going to ad break. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just joining me, yes, we are in ad break. You are not missing anything. division game in an already packed NFC West. We don't mention the Cardinals. True. No, for sure. I don't know, man. The Cards look kind of dangerous with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. Uh, Now, I don't know if that's exactly what Cards fans want to hear about Kyler Murray, because I think this is more I think if Jacoby really gets the Cardinals going and at least gets them back in the wild card race, I think that's an indictment on I think that's an indictment on Cardinal Murray. Kyler Murray, good lord. Okay, my brain is a little scrambled here. Although I will say, Cards are currently losing 14-0 in Seattle, and the Seahawks are inside the Arizona red zone again, so Arizona might just be bad. Yeah, 3-5, looking down 3-6. Doesn't really look like it's Jacoby's fault. Can Jacoby play defense? Can he play defense? Coming up later in the night, I'll be doing Sunday Night Football as well between the Steelers and the Chargers. So if you don't want to miss that, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications. We'll be going live with that at about 6 p.m. Each team in the NFC West are 6-2 and 6-3 except for the Cardinals. True. I mean, really, so if the Niners win this one, that's going to set up, like, both them and the Seahawks, assuming that score holds, which I imagine it will. You're going to have the 7-2 teams, and then you're going to have the Rams chasing a game, which would be insane. Really, it's it's the Seahawks and then whoever wins this game that are going to have control of the NFC West for the rest of the year. It's going to be a bonkers back half of the season for that entire division, man. So here we go. Now Rams getting ready to boot this thing away to Mac Jones and the 49ers offense for the first time today. Of course, they will likely be leaning on Christian McCaffrey. He's been the drive shaft of the Niners offense all year. They boot that thing away. That will be fielded at about the goal line, and he will kneel that down. And that will be a touchback, bring the Niners out to the 35-yard line. And I might have got that kicker wrong. Who is the place kicker for the Rams right now? I feel like I got something wrong. I think I'm just gaslighting myself. So Mac Jones having a bit of a resurgent season for himself now coming on. He's got about 1,800 yards passing to his name this season. It's been a good year for Mac Jones. Like I said, bit of a redemption year for him after a mid-year in Jacksonville and a down year in New England. Couple of down years in New England, to be fair. Hoping we see a Colts-Broncos AFC title game. That would be sick. It's going to be Mac under center. Juszczyk motioning around a little bit. He will set up at a tight end spot. Mac dropping back, throwing outside to the 40, and he's got Jennings there. They're going to give him a gain of 7 on that one. It's going to set up second and short for the Niners offense, of course. Mac Jones, I've been beating on him this whole time. Christian McCaffrey, driver here, but they do have some good receivers despite all the injuries. Kendrick Bourne and Juwan Jennings have been playing their asses off this season. And they've had Juszczyk line up at a tight end receiver spot 2 plays in a row. Under center here for Mac once again. Kittle in motion left to right. They pitch it to the right side. McCaffrey looking for room, and McCaffrey will get nothing. No room there as a wall of white, blue, and gold able to drop down on him and keep him from getting anywhere on that one. They try the pitch outside, and that was the Kittle pull right there. No gain on the play, and that is going to set up third and still short. Maybe they give him a yard gain here. But here we go. 3rd and 2. Mac in the gun. He's going to have CMC to his left side. They're going to bring number 5 over. Quick drop for Mac, and it's in and out of the hands of Juwan Jennings. Jennings wants a flag on that one. He doesn't get it. Incomplete ball, 4th and 2. Niners going to be punting this thing away, so they go 3 and out. Indiana Jones versus comeback king Bo Nix. Cinema. Absolute cinema. That would be dope. So, 4th and 2 now. It's going to bring on number 7 here for him. That is Thomas Morstead. He's been doing this for forever. He might as well be a dinosaur with how long his right leg has been putting in work in this league. Morstead gets the snap. It's slow getting it away, but he does get it away there, trying to pin the Rams deep. This is fielded at the 8, and not a huge return there. Maybe a return of 4 by number 19. That is Smith. Doesn't get very far on the return, but they are up past or about to their 15. Fox is going to cut to commercial break. Don't worry, you are not missing anything. I'm going to put in a new nicotine pouch, however. I had myself a nice bowl of ramen for lunch before this. It was great. It was wonderful tasting. I enjoyed it. Yeah, let me know how all your Sundays are going in the chat, of course. I love hearing how you guys are doing, how your team's doing. Ender Games, his Rams won this morning over in Munich. Yeah, no Broncos game this Sunday, so we got to improvise a little bit, of course. Still repping the Broncos gear. I got the old Brandon Stokely jersey on. First great number 14, really, for the Broncos until Cortland Sutton showed up. We don't talk about Cody Latimer, who came between those guys. Even if he was he was more of a special teams, like, ace kind of gunner guy that the Broncos blew a second-round pick on. Not the greatest, especially for the archetype he was in. Your Rams? Did I say Rams? I meant Colts. I'm calling a Rams game, okay? You leave me alone. Listen, if you get to panic about the defense in the 4th quarter of your game before cooling off, I get to bungle a word here, okay? I get to bungle a word or two. You leave me alone. Yes, your Rams. As a Colts fan, that one hurt. Hey, my bad, G. My bad, G. I really forgot that you're actually a Broncos fan. You just don't know it yet. Oh, he's gonna blow up on me in chat here in a second. We got the college football ads. Yummy. Oh, more commercials, more commercials. Well, less commercials and more just the NFL film stuff. Which, NFL Films is cool. I watched so many of the NFL film stuff when I was younger. This is such a storied rivalry, too. Just, it's so good. It's so good. Forgot to move the ball over. Here we go. It is going to be Rams ball now here with 8 and some change left in, well, 8:54 left here in this first quarter. Second possession for the Rams. First one, they go down, they drive down, and they score. Single back set for Mr. Stafford. He will turn around, hand this ball off. There's a flag down on the field here. So at the moment, it should go as a loss of 1. They handed that off to number 22. I believe that is, if I can get to the offensive starters, Blake Corum. It's going to be an offside on the defense. So that's going to give the Rams a free 5 yards. Get them up to their own 19-yard line now. Call it on 96 for the Niners. Can't quite get a name on him. That is Farrell. Is that Cleveland Farrell? I watched The Autumn Wind a lot as a kid. The music is so iconic. Fair enough. So it is Blake Corum in the game here for this Rams offense. Kyron Williams taking the sideline. 2 receivers on the left side. Now they're going to change that. Smith will go in motion. Stafford will fake it to Corum now. Under pressure, weaving out of a sack. Now he's running, old man Stafford, and he's just got to throw this one away. He got to the line of scrimmage. He was running lateral to it. Couldn't find a guy downfield, and Stafford said, nope, I ain't having no piece of that, and he tossed it away. How we doing, Hilltime Sports? Glad to see you in here. Hope you're having yourself a good Sunday. If anyone's looking for an update from around the league, Detroit just put 7 on the board. That is Jahmyr Gibbs. That has just scored that. The Commanders might as well be dead in the water here, so not surprised. Yeah, NFC North will be a slugfest, too. 2nd and 5 now. Still under center. They're going to motion Smith left to right side, or I believe that is Atwell, number 15. Play action for Stafford. Checks it down to a tight end. That is number 84. That is, I believe, Colby Parkinson, 4th-string tight end for the Rams. They've been running some pretty tight end heavy packages this year. Calling the Colts the Rams is like calling the Broncos the Chargers. I'm messing with you. He's trying to rage bait me. My own mod's trying to rage bait me. Rams with 7 first downs here in these first 2 possessions. They've just picked up that 7th one. Here they go from their own 26-yard line. It's going to be Higbee that goes in motion. Stafford hands it off going right side. That is Blake Corum with a sieve and able to get up to the 40-yard line. Gain of 14 yards. Had a big hole and was able to wiggle around just a tiny bit. And it's great design. As I mentioned, it was Allen in motion. Seals off the defensive end on the right side. You get a guard up to the 2nd level, and Blake Corum just has the wheels to scamper forward there, and that is Mustafa, number 6, able to wrap him down. But that is a first down. That's a hell of a block by Allen, number 87 on that side. Once again, single back set for Stafford. Play action, a little bit half-hearted. Standing in the pocket, unleashing. He's got a man. That is Davante Adams down to the Niner 35. And they're going to pile on to him there at the 36. They kind of track him back a yard on that. I could say it's like calling the Broncos the Colts, but using that win as leverage is rude. Hey, the Broncos stole 2 of your quarterbacks and won 3 Super Bowls with them. I think we've got the leverage all time. Oh, it's a big first down for the Rams. There is a Niner down. That is number 48. I don't know the name of the man. I think it's one of the linebackers. But yeah, number 48 for the Niners is down. Hang on. 49ers. What is that man's name? That is Tatum Bethune. He is a linebacker for him out of Florida State. So that is tough. You hate to see injuries. Yeah, so that is Tatum Bethune out of Florida State. He's been the guy that stepped up ever since they lost Fred Warner. This Niners defense hasn't been bad. You hope he's all right. He was down on his back when they cut to commercials. You hope he's okay. Leverage. Okay, Al, you got me there. Got you. Thank you for hand-selecting John Elway and giving him to the Broncos in 83. And then thank you for hand-picking Peyton Manning, developing him for 14 years, and then being like, okay, Denver, here you go. You can go win a Super Bowl with him, too. Even if you got to carry his old man body there. We are in commercial break. It is an injury timeout for the fallen Niner. That is Tatum Bethune. That is down. He's kind of been the next man up ever since Warner went down. I hope he's okay. He was still down on his back when they cut to commercial break. And it was on a big play to Davante Adams to get the Niners into, or to get the Rams into Niner territory. And man, the Niners can't afford the Niners cannot afford any more injuries. They simply can't. They're already down to backups. I get you got to play next man up, but you get to a point where it's, how many guys can you bring to be the next man up? Ay, ay, ay. Dude, they're doing Commanders. It's Commanders Dolphins next week in Madrid. Are we punishing the rest of the world with these bad football teams? Let's go Broncos. Broncos aren't playing today, but always let's go Broncos. How you doing, Bok Choy? No Broncos today, so we're doing some calls of these other games. They are going to take Bethune into the blue medical tent here. Down to the Niner, 36. We're going to see Smith go in motion. Stafford screens it out to him off of play action. Smith with room to work. Past the sticks. And he's going to be down on the other side of those first down markers, down to, I believe, the 26, 25 maybe. It's a gain of 10, 11, maybe 12 there. Well-designed screen, and Stafford almost put it up too high. Almost got Smith just blown up there at the line. It's always my first thing when I saw one coming in here. It'll never change. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Always let's go Broncos around here. So it's a 1st and 10 now inside of the Niner 25. It's a bigger gain. Play action for Stafford out of the single back. Dancing around a little bit now. Now leaving. I say heaving. Was looking for, couldn't really tell. Ends up between a receiver or a couple receivers that are 10 yards apart from each other. Closest man with was a Niners defensive back there. Goes out of bounds, though. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Stafford looking to make it 2 straight scoring drives here on this Niners defense. Apparently can't type today. Hey, I apparently can't talk today. Bok Choy, the Colts won. They did end their games. And you only had 5 heart attacks. Empty set now for Stafford. 3 receivers to the right side of the formation. I believe that is Higbee, Puka, and Smith over there. Stafford screens it to Puka now. Puka with some blocks. Puka breaking out of a few tackles. Gets a block at the 7. Touchdown, Los Angeles. On a well-designed screen that was blocked exquisitely. Puka Nacua, able to fucking scamper his way to the end zone. He'll add another touchdown to the ledger and a bunch more yards. And it's well designed. Higbee was in the slot there, runs a little bit of a pick there, able to get in, block him. And then you have a lineman that runs down and gets a block at like the 6-yard line. Nacua able to wiggle around and make his way to the end zone. 13-0 Rams pending this PAT. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. 14-0 Los Angeles. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for these Rams. Kyron Williams got him on the board first, and Puka Nacua on a screen pass, able to take it the distance. 14-0 LA, 5:34 to go in this first quarter. Santa Clara. Oh, you guys are moving in chat now after giving me one hell of a fucking aneurysm. Taylor is a man. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I'm with you there, Bach. I'm with you there. Jones needs to learn how to hold on to the ball. I always feel like Danny has been way fumble prone as a quarterback. Like, even when he's been playing at his best, he's definitely been a little more fumble prone. I don't know if he just grips the ball super loose, or kind of what's going on with him, like why he fumbles so much, but he does fumble a lot. It's a lot for him. Oh, boy. So Niners are getting gashed right now. They've had 2 possessions, and they've given up 2 scores, and an already depleted defense now missing the next man up for them that was Bethune. Middle linebacker for him, kind of taking that Fred Warner role over for them. I've lost him. Yeah, he literally took over the Fred Warner role. So they are already very depleted. He still wins games though. True. I think the jury's out on him historically, but this year still winning games. Fumbles or not, no, you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I am just saying he do low key kind of fumble a lot. Ugh. Big stretch. Bo Nix can't score for shit and still wins. That's the strategy. No, Bo can't score for shit for 3 quarters. But in the 4th quarter, most of the time, different quarterback. No, it's a problem that the Broncos need to get solved. NFL is crazy this season. I love it. Oh, this is going to go down as one of the best seasons of the modern era. There is so much shit going on right now. Like, the Colts are good with Daniel Jones. The Broncos are good with Bo Nix. The Pats are looking good, and the Pats beat the Bucks today. So, I mean, for anybody that was doubting the Pats, I think you might need to shut up. Here we go, kickoff after that last Rams touchdown. That is going to be fielded in the end zone and knelt down for a touchback out to the 35-yard line. So it'll be Mac Jones now trying to dig this team out of a 14-0 deficit. Him and CMC. He had a drop by Jennings on that last drive that killed it. So we'll see what this Niners offense goes to do here. They're going to go to work. 1st and 10 of their own 35. I love our defense so much. Oh, I do too. I wish I had a stuffed animal of, like, all of our defenders. Because, listen, I would feel much safer at night knowing the Broncos defense was protecting me in plushie form. Here we go. Jones in the gun. CMC to the right side. They motion Bourne right to left, or left to right. Hand it off to CMC up the middle, and nothing doing for him. Couple of Rams in on him. Stewart is the first guy that I kind of noticed getting up out of the pile there. Gain of 2 for the Niners here, and run game hasn't done much in the couple of opportunities they've had. It's going to set up 2nd and 8. They give him 3, 2nd and 7. Fire true. Where's my Pat Surtain II plushie, Broncos? Oh, single back set for Jones under center. They're going to motion Bourne left to right side once again. Jones dropping back to throw, and they whistle the play dead. Looks like we're going to get a false start on this one. And we will, so back the Niners up any of the yards they just gained, plus some. It's going to set up a 2nd and 12 for him. We'll see what Shanahan's got for the 2nd and 12 playbook. They get Juwan Jennings on that one, so Jennings with a drop. Looks like Bethune has come out of the tent, so he seems to be okay. It's a good sign for the Niners, who are already depleted on defense and down to backups at multiple spots. Jones in the gun, CMC to his right. Kittle will motion to the left side and settle in more as a receiver than a tight end. Jones dropping back. Rams bring 4 over the middle. A diving catch by George Kittle for a 1st down. They need 12, and he gets them 13 yards. Keep the drive going. Way to stay out of a 3rd down. How do you avoid 3rd down? You simply don't get to 3rd down. Diving grab by Kittle. He does survive the ground and some, able to readjust the ball in the air. What a catch from George Kittle that goes for 13 yards. Now approaching the 50 at their own 47-yard line. Hughes check in motion. Play fake. Jones. Deep drop. Standing in the pocket. Now delivers a strike. That is Juwan Jennings. That'll go for a gain of 14, 15 for the moment. There is another flag down. We'll see who they call on this one. Mac Jones had all day in the pocket to throw here. Could potentially see this coming back on a hold. We'll see who they call. What's the call, Blue? Hands to the face on the defense. That will go against the Rams. Will get declined. That'll be a 1st down for the Niners. So the Niners starting to move here a little bit now. And they're looking to do something. Of course, now they need to get the defense to stop someone. But step 1, as it stands right now, you got to go down and score points. 1st and 10 for him in LA territory. Down to the LA 39. Hughes check will settle in a tight end on the right side. Jones with the snap out of the gun. Rams bring 4. Ball batted at the line. He's targeting McCaffrey over in the flat. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now for the Niners. Mac Jones, as I've said, having a pretty efficient season, all things considered. 67% completion rate, about 1,800 yards and some change. 10 touchdowns to 5 picks. In relief of Brock Purdy this season. Mac Jones has helped the Niners keep the boat afloat. Of course, you have heard rumblings of a controversy there. We'll see what happens when Purdy's healthy. Jones in the gun. We're going to see number 9 go in motion, right to left side. Jones dropping. And he's got a man in the middle. That is Juwan Jennings. He lost the ball. And the Rams will get it. And we're going to get a run back here. Down to the 40-yard line. A costly fumble by Juwan Jennings. And that is picked up by Kinchins, number 26. And he runs it back down to his own 40-yard line. Just gets peanut punched out by Landman. Or Landman, however you pronounce it. That ball just gets to bouncing. Big number 53 for the Rams. It's been a great middle linebacker for him this season. Nate Landman smacking a ball out of the hands of the Niners, and that is how the Rams will get the ball back. And that's going to take us to commercial break, of course, off of the turnover. I'm going to go throw away my can of Cherry Coke. Ooh. So we are in commercial break. You were not missing anything. Yeah. I'm going to get a big stretch. Wondering if this would look any more professional if I threw on the headset and got a YouTube TV set up or on my other monitor here, so I'm not just like lounging here looking at the fucking TV and shit. Let me wiggle around a little bit here. Hang on a second. YouTube TV, except I'm gonna have to switch accounts. Card still down 28-0. Damn. That is crazy work. So, bro, we beating the Chiefs this week? Absolutely. We are beating the Chiefs. We're undefeated at home this year. I don't really foresee a world where that ends against the weakest Kansas City team in years. That's just me, though. Anything's possible this year. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Bills beat the Chiefs, and then they lost to the Dolphins. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then the Bills just lost to the Dolphins. Anything's possible. The NFL is fucked up 6 ways to Sunday. By transitive property, the Broncos have beat the Chiefs already by transitive property. No, not really. There's no way to bullshit my way in and out of that one. Really on the mini buy, I think it's gonna give Bo Nix time to kind of figure himself out a little bit, because I think the issue with Bo this year has been his footwork and him not trusting his eyes. I don't think he fully trusts what he's seeing. Here we go, Rams football now. They're going to have it at their own 41-yard line. Single back set 4. Turns it into an I form now. It's 87 that jumps in at fullback. Hands it off. That is Kyren Williams. He's going to barrel ahead for a gain of 3. Rams are going to be looking to make this another blowout here in this afternoon slot. Of course, you've got the Seahawks blowing the doors off of the Cardinals, 28-0. Maybe I can get a couple of games going here. Hang on a minute. Yeah, maybe we do a couple of different games here. I'll turn on the Detroit and Washington game. Here we go, Stafford, single back set, snaps it, play action to Kyren Williams, deep over the middle, Devontae Adams unable to hang on, and it hit the ground. That could have been an interception, right back for the Niners, harmlessly falls into the ground, nothing doing. They're looking at this. Yeah, nothing. 2nd and 9 for Mariota and this Commanders offense at their own 50. Or at the 50. Mariota dropping back. Heaving one right side. Looking for a man there and doesn't have him. Number 12 is who he was looking for. Here we go. 4 receivers to the right side of the formation for Stafford in an empty backfield. Nacua is going to go in motion, as will Kyren Williams, to make it a 2x2 set in the gun. Takes the snap on 3rd and 6. Stafford in the pocket. Just kind of hucks one over to Puka, and Puka's going to be into 49er territory, down to their 40. Rams with 20 yards so far on the drive, right off the fumble. Meanwhile, 3rd and 9 here in Washington, 1 second to go in the first quarter. Takes the snap, Mariota out of the gun. Lions brought blitz. Mariota escapes for now. Brian Branch all over him, back to his own 37-yard line. Big stop for the Lions defense in a 14-3 game. Now from the Niner 40-yard line. Smith going to go in motion right to left side. He will hand it off to Kyren Williams. Kyren able to barrel ahead for a gain of what looks to be 7 for him. This Rams offense clicking on all cylinders. Oh, nice. Good rest for the Colts. Colts on a bye next week. Nice. Now what to do until the 28th? Watch me. Nah, I kid. Oh, biggity boy. 2nd and 3 for the Rams after that 7-yard run by Kyron Williams. Looking to make this a 21 skunk here like that Seattle game against the Commanders last week. 2 receivers to the right side of the formation. Stafford trying to get things set. Play clock down to 1. And we're going to get a timeout by the Rams. Sean McVay not liking it. And Stafford wasn't either. Stafford was yelling at a man. Smith just couldn't get set or couldn't figure out where he was supposed to be. And Tay Adams trying to explain something from that other side. Still a commercial break over in Washington. We'll get back to that in a second. It's going to be a punt for Washington when they get back. Mariota took a massive sack. We'll see if I got enough brain power to call multiple games today. At the same time. My jersey sleeves keep getting caught on my armrests. Here we go, minute 3 to go in the first quarter. Now for Stafford and the Rams. This offense is humming. They're looking to keep that going. It'll be 2nd and 3 from the Niner, 24-23. Stafford in the gun, 2 receivers and a tight end to the right side. Devontae isolated up top. Higbee goes in motion. They hand it off to Kyron Williams, going right side. Williams breaks out of a few tackles and will fall across the 25. So I had my field position wrong. Now they're down to the 25-yard line, so they had it at about the 29. First down for the Rams, and they continue moving. And we'll likely get one more play in this first quarter before they go to ad break as well. I've got Colin Cowherd on the other side of my screen. Oh, no. Oh, no. Here we go. Single back set under center for the Rams. Stafford hands it off. Williams going left side. Nothing doing for him on that one. Maybe gets a gain of 1 to 2 there, and that'll take us to the second quarter over in San Francisco. 14-0 Ram lead. And here we go over here in Washington. Like I said, San Fran's going to go to commercial break. You won't be missing anything there. It's going to be a punt for Tress Way over here in Washington on 4th and 22. That's 4th and a mile. Takes a snap. Gets it off. Looked like a couple of Lions had a chance to block it, and that will be fielded at the 15-yard line. I believe that is Raymond, and he is going to get tripped up at about the 14-yard line. Went backwards by about a yard trying to get around a man. Nowhere to go. That brings out Jared Goff and their scoring offense. They've been putting points on early in this one. I'm tired. All right. They're running field ads on the Lions game, so give us half a second there. So while we watch ads, I can also watch more ads. But with a twist, I can kind of see the football on this one. It's 14:52 in the second quarter here for the Lions on offense. Just getting the ball back now after a Washington punt. Goff is going to come out single back set. That is Jahmyr Gibbs in the backfield behind him. Ref trying to get something said with him, and here we go now. Stafford under center. They will motion Raymond left to right side. Play fake. Screens it out to Raymond, and Raymond's going to have some room to run. Gain of 8 for Khalif Raymond on a play fake on both a handoff and a reverse. It's a well-designed screen there for the Lions. That'll set them up 2nd and short. We'll see if I have the brain power for this. All right, here we go. 2nd and 2. Goff remains under center. Raymond going to go in motion left to right once again. Goff hands it off now. Gibbs going up the middle. It's got a first down and more, and he is up to the 31-yard line for the Lions. Solid gain for him there. Moves the chains. They're going to keep that drive going. And we're still in commercial break in this Rams game. I just need the games to come back, man. I'm tired of watching commercials. Okay, well, I can go screw myself in Los Angeles, because more commercial. Goff remains under center for the Lions. Gibbs remains in the game. 2 receivers on the right side of the formation. St. Brown going to tighten things up a little bit. Goff hands it off. Gibbs going left side. Gibbs with a lane. Gibbs to the 50. Gibbs 45. And he's knocked out at the Washington 42-yard line. Big run for him there. And we're finally back here in San Francisco. Finally back here in San Francisco. Rams ball. Believe it's going to be 2nd and 8 for them. Kyron Williams will line up to Stafford's left in the gun. 2 receivers and a tight end on the right side of the formation. Stafford sends that tight end in motion. Play fake. Screens it out to Higbee. Higbee up to the 9-yard line of San Francisco. Single back set under center for Goff. Goff play action. Goff stands in the pocket. Now he rolls right side. Ball gets batted up. And that was in dangerous territory. 3 Commanders trying to converge around it. Nobody able to get to it. Incomplete. Looked like he had a receiver ahead of him, too, in a tight end. Luvu just able to get the hands up on that. 1st and goal for the Rams here from the 9. Stafford gonna motion. That is Smith right to left. We'll hand it off. Kyron Williams looking to get him closer, and he does. Gain of 5. Down to the San Francisco 4. Niners with their back to the wall. Now operating in Washington territory from their 42. Goff in the gun. That is Montgomery now in the game. Takes the snap. Goff, quick drop. Goff, quick throw. He's got it out to Gibbs on the far right side. And Gibbs fights forward. That'll be a gain of 8 or 9 on that one. Sets up 3rd and short for the Lions after the batted ball. And we got 2nd and goal here in LA. Stafford and the Rams knocking on the door once again. Takes a snap from under center. Stafford rolling right. Stafford looking. Stafford tucking. Stafford tossing. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Big number 87. That is Davis Allen. 400 touchdowns for Matthew Stafford. It's going to be a gun set for Goff over here. Had a trips bunch on the left. Laporta goes in motion. They hand it off to Gibbs, navigating some traffic and able to fall forward. Gain of 3. He needed to. 1st down. Detroit. Meanwhile, they lose track of Davis Allen in the back of the end zone there, and Stafford rolling, looking like he wanted to run it for half a yard, able to pull up and toss it to his tight end there. The 2nd touchdown pass for Matthew Stafford today, and it's barely the 2nd quarter. They boot it through, and that's a 21-0 ball game for the Rams. Gun set for Goff, dropping back, trying to step up in the pocket a little bit. He's got Khalif Raymond down to the 18-yard line. 1st down for Goff in this offense. Khalif Raymond getting involved a little bit on this drive. Former Bronco became the Lions' pretty much ace special teams return man, as well as a good little slot receiver in their offense for him. And Raymond making some plays. Had a commander trying to tear the ball away from him, and Raymond able to hang on to it. We're in commercial break in LA. 10:48 to go in Detroit. Under center, hands off to Gibbs, trying to fight some guys off at the line. Can't do it. Going to be a gain of maybe 1 on that one. Gibbs with nowhere to go. 2nd and 9. Over for Detroit. So here we go. I'm doing the thing again, folks. Channeling my inner Kevin Harlan, and we are cooking on this NFL Sunday. If you are enjoying, don't forget to like. Helps me out. And my goodness, yeah, we are flying around these games so far. LA's in commercial break. You're going to have 2nd and 9 for the Lions now in Washington territory in the Washington red zone. Got it at the Washington 18-yard line now. Goff in the gun. Takes a snap. He's going to have a free play on this, and he just kind of has to throw it in somebody's direction. Couldn't tell if it was a dead play or not. Goff trying to figure out what the hell just happened. It's going to be encroachment on the defense. It'll be a free 5 yards. They call it on number 99 for Washington. And that is Tillman. He's talking some shit with Jared Goff. He was talking mad shit to Jared. So instead of a 2nd and 9, it's a 2nd and 4 now. Detroit looking to make this a 21-3 ball game. Now snapping this at the 13. Goff under center. I form set for him. Hands it off. Gibbs going right side. Breaks out of a tackle. Gibbs looking for the edge. Gibbs will get it. Gibbs has a first down. And he's getting shoved into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with a 13-yard gallop and gets shoved into the end zone. That'll make it 20-3. Let me go eat some dinner and take a small nap so I can be rested to join you tonight. Hell yeah. Here we go in San Francisco, and I'm going to focus on this game a little more. That'll be a touchback to the Niners. And the Niners now in a 3-score hole with Mac Jones. Nothing going on offense, and when they have gotten something going, well, it's been a turnover. Rams have capitalized on the Niners playing bad so far today, and that Niners defense, of course, without Fred Warner, has not been the same unit so far this year. There's an injured commander down on his back in that game. So here we go, Mac under center, single back set for him now. We're going to see Kittle motion left to right, play action for Mac. Checks it down to Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey stood up and slammed down by 2 men over the middle there. It's going to go for what looked to be a gain of about 5. Goodness gracious, 35-0 in the second quarter for the Seahawks against the Cards. And there's still 7 minutes to go in the first half. Here we go. Mac under center. It's a gain of 7 to CMC. Number 5 goes in motion right to left. They pitch it to McCaffrey. Goes back up the middle there and able to cut it ahead for a gain of 5. First down, San Francisco, who are going to be looking to try and chip back into this game after what's been rough sledding for them today. Their defense unable to get a stop for anything. I'm going to go turn on that Seattle game just to see how high they'll run up the score on the Cardinals because goodness gracious, on my other TV. I'm still calling this one, obviously. So here we go from their own 46. Jones under center once again. Kittle sets up on the right side. They motion Jennings. They pitch it right side. CMC. CMC going to get met by a convoy of Rams. He's only going to get a gain of 2 out of that there. 2nd and 8 up to the 48-yard line now. Meanwhile, Cardinals going to have 3rd and 13, down 35-0 in the first half. Jacoby Brissett and this Cards offense is not having it. Neither is that defense, apparently. For a team that needed to come out, before we go, can we talk about the belt to ass the Cards are getting? I've got that over there. Jones under center, 2 receivers to the left side. Motions a running back out of the backfield. Dropping back, got a man over the middle. That is George Kittle into LA territory, down to the LA 30. Breaking through tackles, George Kittle finding a seam up the middle. That'll be a Niner first down. Mac Jones in this offense looking to find any bit of life. Kittle just gets free over the middle, trucks through Kinchins before they drag him down. Couple of more Rams get over to him there. Here we go. 1st and 10 now from the Ram. They spot him at the 31. It's a split backfield for Jones in the gun. Juszczyk in motion now. They pitch it out to the backup number 3. There he gets a block from Juszczyk, and he's got a first down. Getting a little bit going offensively now for the Niners finally. That'll be another first down inside of the Ram 25. Big block there by Juszczyk to spring him free. 3rd and 13 for Brissett in the offense now from the Seattle 22. Brissett in the gun. 2 receivers set up on the top of the formation. Deep drop for him. 5-step. Gets it to Trey McBride, who's free. Meanwhile, down here, it's going to be another run. And breaks out of some tackles there before getting gang piled once again. So all that for a gain of 2. Meanwhile, 1st and goal now after the big Trey McBride reception on 3rd and 13. And a touchdown would be a huge score to cut the lead to 28. Oh, Jesus. Amana Ware gets beaten coverage on that rep there, so Cards are going to have it at the 3. Meanwhile, we're 2nd and 8 here. CMC re-enters the game. Jones in the gun. CMC to the right side. They motion Hughes check to that right side as well. Jones back to throw. Got CMC out of the backfield. Looked like on a bit of an angle route. And meanwhile, it's an incomplete ball. Or just not a touchdown. Looked like Jacoby galloped for a couple of yards there. They'll set up 2nd and goal from tight in that inside the 5 for Brissett and the Cards. CMC, barely hangs on. 3rd and 3 now for the Niners. Bourne goes in motion. They hand off. McCaffrey going middle. McCaffrey driving the feed, and he's not going to get there. Needed 3, and I think he only gets 2. 2nd and goal is going to be incomplete. Looking for Jones in the back of the end zone was Brissett. Unable to find a man there. Kobe Bryant in on coverage. Jones wanted a flag and didn't get it. And now he's down and hurt. 4th and 1 now for Jones and the Niners, who have had nothing going today. Looking to get a yard here and get to the 10-yard line. Takes a snap. They'll hand it off. McCaffrey left side. McCaffrey stood up at the line. The Rams will slam the door on the Niners. LA is going to have this with 8:40 in the 2nd quarter. Christian McCaffrey trying to get the outside and just could not get any blocking. I'm gonna have to go get some water soon in my blue water bottle. So we're going to have 2 games now in commercial break, which means I'm going to go grab some water real quick. We have a turnover timeout in LA, and we have an injury timeout in Seattle. It's an injured Cardinal Jones. Woo, and we're back, and I now have water. Big stretch. Oh, it's a nice long day of watching football. Wonder what Perna's doing. Wonder what game Grossi's calling, actually. What game is Tom Grossi calling? I don't know why I'm searching for that on Google. I have YouTube. Yeah, what game is Grossi calling this afternoon? Oh, Grossi might not be doing an afternoon game. No, Grossi did the Pats and Bucks this morning, and he doesn't have one going for any of these afternoon windows. It's very cool. I don't think Perna was calling one either. Pop my water bottle open. All right, we are coming back from break in both freaking games. Jones is going to get helped off the field, putting no pressure on that left ankle. Absolutely no pressure on that left ankle. Oh, and it looked like something happened while he was trying to turn and argue to the ref. Oh, no, it looked like something popped on Jones. Oh. Here we go, 1st and 10 now for the Rams after that big stop. They've got at their own 11. Stafford, I-4. Meanwhile, gun for Brissett. Stafford will hand it off. Kyron Williams gets knocked down. Blake Corum Meanwhile, gun set for Brissett, trying to get some points on the board, throws it, and they fall forward, and he's out of the end zone. Down inside of the 1-yard line. Looked like an Achilles popped. Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. That is 31 for the Cardinals that cannot get in off of the catch. Just had to focus on corralling the ball in. So 4th and goal for the Cardinals now at the 1, inside the 1. Meanwhile, Stafford in the gun will motion Corum into the backfield. Devontae Adams isolated left side. They draw play it to Corum. Corum looking to go anywhere. Lots of 1. Meanwhile, I-form set here for the Cardinals. Brissett hands it off. And they will get held out on 4th and goal. The shutout is intact for Seattle. They are blowing the Cardinals out, and they have shut them out of the end zone. Knight unable to get in over there. Meanwhile, here in San Francisco, Stafford in the gun, and we got whistles, stoppage of play, and flag down. And the Niners are going to get caught with 12 on the field. So that's going to make it a 3rd and much easier now for the Rams. It's going to make it 3rd and 6 rather than 3rd and 11. So Seattle's going to have the ball at their own 1-yard line, able to hold Knight out of the end zone. And they'll have the ball. We'll see what they do with their starters. Seems like they're in for now. I-form set for the Seahawks. Darnold hands it off. That is Charbonnet, who just has to fall forward. Meanwhile, gun set for Stafford. They're going to motion Nacua. Takes the snap. Stafford. They're going to whistle this one dead as well. I think they got a timeout. We did. So, 2nd timeout. Now down for the Rams. 7:01 to go in the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, Darnold and the Seahawks offense looking to pour it on against the Cardinals, but they got to go another 98 yards to do so. 99, excuse me. 2nd and 9, single back set now. Charbonnet remains in the backfield. They fumbled the ball. It was fumbled on the snap. Who got it? Cardinals saying they have it. We'll see what the refs say. It is Arizona ball. They're going to have it down at the Seattle 3, 1st and goal. Darnold just fumbled the snap. So here we go, 3rd and 6 now. Stafford in an empty backfield. Makes an adjustment at the line here. Snapping it from their own 15. Nacua goes in motion once again. Stafford takes the snap. 4-man rush for the Niners. Stafford overthrows Ferguson. He was wide open. Overthrow from Matthew Stafford. That'll set up 4th and 6. So Rams unable to capitalize on that turnover on downs. Niners going to get the ball back with 6:57 to go. See what the Cardinals do here on now this goal to go situation. 3:27 in this game. Here's the punt by Evans. Here's the snap by Brissett. Rolling ride. Shovel passes to McBride. Touchdown for Arizona. Meanwhile, number 9's got a big return across the 50. He's loose. Down inside of the LA 40-yard line. That is more. Number 9 for the Niners. Able to get him down inside the LA 40. Trying to give him a bit of life there. That's a good return. And the Cardinals touchdown is going to come off of the board. Ineligible man downfield. So the shovel pass to McBride. Oh, the linemen get down way too quick. So it'll be 1st and goal to go again here for the Cardinals. 1st and 10 for Mac Jones. Bourne goes in motion. Under center for Jones. Back to throw. Jones now rolling. Checks it to McCaffrey. Sets up a one-on-one at the line of scrimmage that McCaffrey will kind of lose. Brissett back to throw. He's got a man down to the 4 or 5 yard line. It's only a gain of 2 or 3 there. It's going to get him a little closer now for 2nd and goal. Oh boy, we're doing all of it. We're doing all of it. 2nd and 9 for the Niners. 2nd and goal for the Cards. Cards at the 4. Niners inside the Ram 40. Almost down to the 45. Empty set for Mack here. Takes the snap. Short drop. Jones guns it over the right side. First down, Niners. Meanwhile, Greg Dortch will score the touchdown for the Arizona Cardinals. We had a first down and a touchdown at the same time. It's Greg Dortch finally getting the Cardinals on the board. That'll make it 35-6. Dortch out of the Wildcat. Takes the snap and runs it left. Gets a block from DeMarcado. Scampers into the end zone. 1st and 10 for the Niners, now down to the 25-yard line. They motion Bourne, takes a snap, pitch left side to McCaffrey. McCaffrey trying to get blocks, trying to make a man miss, and he'll get past the line, but not by much. Rams are all over this Niners running game. Meanwhile, Cardinals do get the extra point on, 2:50 to go. So the Seahawks hand them 7 points. Meanwhile, it's a gain of 2 over here. 2nd and 8 now for the Niners. 5:04 and ticking down. Now down to the Ram 24. Niners looking to get some points on the board. Takes the snap. He will hand it off. That is a new running back, number 3 in the game. And it's not going to go far. Gets down to the 21-yard line. Gain of 3. Gain of 2 or 3 on that one. And that is going to set up 3rd and 5 now for the Niners. Looking to get any dent in this lead. You're down 21 at home. Jones will motion. That is number 5 to the right side. Takes the snap. And big throw. Incomplete. Looking for Kittle. No, they say he made the catch and he was down by contact. And no. So it's a gain of 3 to Kittle. Meanwhile, Rashid Shaheed on kick return gets loose, and the ball is loose, picked up by another man. That'll save him the embarrassment of losing a fumble after being traded, but goodness gracious. And before a 4th and 2 snap by the Niners, we're going to get a timeout by, I would have to guess, the Rams? Maybe the play clock was still in favorable position. This point Cards just need to throw in the secondaries and call it a day, just about. All right, so 4th and 2 coming up in LA, in San Fran. Meanwhile, Darnold out of the I form, tosses it left side. That is Shaheed out of the backfield, and Shaheed will have a first down. Shaheed taking a snap at running back here for the Seahawks. And able to catch himself a good chunk of yards there. Looked to be a gain of 11. Meanwhile, Jalen Sundell, the center for the Seahawks, is out with a knee injury. He's sitting on the bench with an ice pack. So I wonder if they're reviewing, we got a challenge. The Rams challenged the Kittle catch before that before the 4th and 2. So Blandino saying incomplete. Meanwhile, it's going to go, we get the 2-minute warning in Seattle for the first half. So I'd be shocked here if the Niners aren't looking at a 4th and 5 here in just a second or so. We'll see what the call is. Nope, they leave it as a completion. So LA will be out of timeouts now. 3:46 to go here. Niners are going to have it 4th and 2. Trying to get points on the board. It's the difference between a 4th and 5 and a 4th and 2. I'll be snapping this at the LA 17-yard line. Jones in this offense, nothing doing for him today. Jones in the gun. It's a tight set for the Niners. 2 receivers, bottom of the screen. Takes a snap. Jones dropping. Jones throwing. Got a man! George Kittle will hang on. We got a flag down. It would be a first down as it stands. But they're going to get a few more yards here, I think, at a PI. They decline the penalty. They get Cam Curl for pass interference on a left side out route on George Kittle. They decline the call. 3:38 and counting down here for the Niners, looking to get their first score of the game. Of course, I believe the Rams will get this coming out of the second half. Or maybe it's the Niners. Gun set here for Mack. He'll motion Jennings right to left side. Now he'll go back to the right. Takes a snap. Jones with a man in his face. End zone. Touchdown, Niners. Juwan Jennings able to get the Niners on the board and within 15. They make it a 2-score game now here in San Francisco, looking to get some momentum. Jennings just runs more of a dig route than anything coming out of the motion. It ends up being an inside C route. Here we go, now in Seattle, single back for Darnold, hands off, that is Kenneth Walker. Walker's free, down to the 40, 30, knocked out at the 23, or the 27. Pinheiro gets the extra point up here. That'll make it 21-7. Oh boy. So, we got a commercial break now in San Francisco. So we'll focus on Seattle for a minute. It was trips right, then they motion Cup. They hand it off. That is Charbonnet trying to go left side. Charbonnet driven back into the backfield. And that's going to go as a loss of 1 for the Seahawks. Charbonnet unable to get far at all. Knocked back to the Arizona 30. Seahawks offense has been hitting on all cylinders for them. Like I said, our other NFC West battle is currently in commercial break, so if you're just joining us, you are not missing anything in that game. I just happen to be calling a couple of games at once. Second and 11 for the Seahawks, and Walker is blowing up in the backfield. Shoulder checked by Campbell. And that's going to set up 3rd and long for the Seahawks now. Still looking to go down and score, put more points on the board here to go into halftime, up by 5 possessions. And yeah, Walker just gets popped in the back of just behind the line by Campbell, number 93, coming through that interior O-line. Goodness gracious. Old man Calais Campbell. Goodness gracious. Creeping up on a couple of guys for the most games played by a defensive lineman. 3rd and 14 for the Seahawks now. Darnold going to empty this thing out. 3 receivers on the left side of the formation. Darnold takes a snap, short drop, looking short. He's got a man, and that is going to be nowhere close. That is Arroyo, the rookie tight end out of Miami. For a gain of, they give him 5. 4 or 5. That'll bring out that Seahawks field goal unit. So here we go. Pinheiro will boot this thing away to the Rams, and their offense has been hot. Fielded at the 2, and that'll be run out by Corum. Corum to the 20, gets tackled down at the 30. So Stafford and the Rams looking to make it a 3-possession game again before we go to half. 3 minutes and a little bit of change here in this first half. And what is both of these NFC West games so far have been outstandingly lopsided. 21-7 here, 38-7 over in Seattle. Here we go. Stafford's going to take this under center. Single back set for him. Smith will go in motion left to right side. Stafford, play fake. Stafford, drop. Now he's got him. That is Kyron Williams. That will get forced out there. D. Winters. A little bit extracurricular yapping between the two teams. It's been a lot of play action for Stafford. Okay, I'll be yawning. Jesus. Ugh. 2nd and 3 now from their own 36. Stafford dropping back now. Deep drop back to his own 25. Ducks out of a sack. Stafford moving. Stafford down. It's going to be a loss of 5, maybe 6. And the Niners looking to get a stop and get the ball back and cut this down to a 1-score game. Defense starting to stand up a bit. They bring 4 guys. And they're able to get Stafford into a spot where he's a sitting duck. He ducks out of the first attempt and then just gets blown up by the guy he dodged and one of his friends. 3rd and 8 now for the Rams. Stafford in the gun. And we got a stoppage here. 2-minute warning here in San Francisco. And I'm going to take that to go blow the piss out of my nose. Because bro, I'm feeling it right now. I tell you what, I'm feeling it. Ooh. We're back. We're not back from ad break, though. I did not mean to hit my fucking co-pilot button. Go away. Co-pilot, go away. Bro. Bro. Co-pilot, go the fuck away. Bro. Bro, I did not even mean to hit the co-pilot button. And then it just would not close. What do you mean? Dude, the AI's revolting against me. Good lord. Oh, we are still in commercial break here in Los Angeles. Well, San Francisco, so you're not missing anything there. Meanwhile, Brissett and the Cards trying to get a drive going, and that is broken up there, looking for Wilson. Amon Wari was in on coverage there. Brissett and this Cardinals team has not had a good day so far. Both these NFC West games have been shaping up to be blowouts. Seattle, a little more than the Cards. We're still not at a commercial break over in San Francisco. Rams trying to make it a 3-possession game to go into the second half. Meanwhile, over here, it's Brissett in the gun on a 3rd and 10 from his own 36. Takes the snap, dropping back, stepping up in the pocket, navigating traffic, dumps it off to DeMarcado, and DeMarcado's into Seattle territory, out of bounds at the 30. DeMarcado with 1:09. Big conversion for the Cardinals. Jacoby just navigating traffic and dumps it off to a guy he barely sees. Here we go, 3rd and 8. It is an empty set here for Stafford in the gun. Takes the snap. Looking. Got a man over the 40. Up to the 47-yard line. Devontae gets popped on somewhere in that run after catch. Wide open. Here we go. Jacoby dropping back now once again. Looking long-ish. And he's got Trey McBride on the boundary. And no, he doesn't. Out of bounds, incomplete. Stafford in the gun, dropping back now from the 47, excuse me. Stafford, left side, Adams. And that'll get him about down to the 40-yard line of... they got them down at the into San Fran territory. God, I'm losing it here. Great catch by Davante Adams. Now they're down to the San Fran 41. Stafford out of the gun, takes a snap, setting up, going deep. Stafford wants it all, and he won't get it. Looking for Davante Adams. Great cover by Green, number 0 for the Niners. Cards still trying. They think they're the Broncos or something. True. It's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Cardinals here, coming up after an incompletion. It's a play that put Jacoby on his backside. Seahawks bluff a blitz, but they overload that right side. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Still from the Niner 41-yard line. Running back to Stafford's left side. That is Kyron Williams. Play clock down to 3. He's trying to get everybody set. They get it off at 1. Niners blitz. Niners bring heat. And Stafford unable to get any power into a throw there. Looking for, that is number 15 there. Meanwhile, Jacoby has been sacked back to the 50. Oh, God. Yeah, Niners bring heat on that one, and Stafford just can't get any power into it. All right. 1:20 to go. 3rd and 10 for Stafford. They're still at the Niner 41. Stafford dropping back. Stafford flinging one. And almost picked off. Broken up by Green. So the Niners are going to get the ball back. Rams are going to punt this thing. Niners are going to have a chance with probably roughly a minute 07 to go when this play is done. And Mevis wanted to come out and boot this thing. They won't give him the chance. So Rams going to punt this thing from Niner territory. Evans catches a bit of a high snap. He pooches it towards the corner. See where it bounces. Takes a Niners roll, and they'll have this at about the 15-yard line. Still inside the 20. Niners going to have a minute 6 and 2 timeouts to try and get into scoring range. And meanwhile in Seattle, it's going to be Seahawk ball again. They got 44 seconds to go do something if they really want to, but they're going to have to go a good long ways to do it. They'll start this their own 5. So, Mac Jones and the Niners now, 2 timeouts remaining. They're going to have this at their own 16. Jones in the gun. Motions a guy out further to the left side. Jones dropping back. Jones fires a strike over the middle. That is Juwan Jennings. That's a gain of 20 plus for Mac Jones. And now the Niners starting to try to move quick here. They spot him at the 38. 46 seconds to go. Jones still in the gun. Takes a snap. Short one. And he's got it to the Ram 49. And we're going to hear a timeout come in with 37 seconds. Mac Jones firing strikes over the middle here, trying to get the Niners back into this game. Meanwhile, it'll be halftime in Seattle. 38-7 there. Jones just perfectly floats a ball to Juwan Jennings over the middle. And then he gets a guy over the middle to Robinson over at the 49. So the Niners are going to have this at the 49 of the Rams. Trying to put more points on the board before they go to half. They just got a first down, took a timeout with 37 seconds to go. And they spot him at the 50, actually, so whatever. Here we go, Jones in the gun, taking the snap. 5-step drop for Mac. Standing in, firing. Almost intercepted. McCaffrey has to jump in and play a little bit of defense. Juwan Jennings wants a flag. Yeah, McCaffrey just off of the deflection, man. He's just got to go play defensive back right at that point. It deflects off of Jennings after the broken up ball. McCaffrey gets in and swats it away from Lake. It'll be 2nd and 10 now, 31 seconds to go in the half. Jones remaining in the gun. McCaffrey going to motion up now and join the receivers on the left side. And whistles. It's going to be a delay of game, and that's going to back the Niners up 5. Oof. So it's going to back the Niners up to their own 45. They'll have 2nd and 15 now. Empty set here for Mack in the offense. 3 receivers to the left side. Bagel, bro. Mack takes the snap, dropping. 4-man rush. Jones over the middle. Can't find Jennings. Bit of a dangerous ball there. Couple of Rams had a good chance to intercept that thing. Just looked like he limp-armed it a little bit. Sets up 3rd and 15. And the Niners looking to take this where they started so far in their own territory and get a scoring opportunity out of it. Of course, you have the delay game that shot him in the foot and backed him up 5. So now, 3rd down, they're chasing 15 yards. They won't be able to get into field goal range with just a couple of yards here. They need a 1st down at the least. At the 45, they need the Ram 40 out of the empty set. Jones back to throw. Jones stepping up in the pocket, slings it out to George Kittle, up past the 50 and ran out of bounds. It's going to be a gain of, that'll be give or take 8. 19 seconds to go in the half. It's 4th and 7, and we're going to see the punt unit come out here for the Niners. So they get some good yardage in those first couple of plays of the drive, but then it fizzles out for them. That's going to bring on Thomas Morstead. Of course, coming up at halftime, all the stats and all the numbers. Here we go. Morstead will pooch this thing into the air. Not going to be a particularly deep kick. And it will be down at the 5, maybe the 6. 11 seconds to go. I imagine we're going to see the Rams take a kneel here. And that'll take us all to halftime. And that'll take me to get my dog that's been not quite cooperating with me. I'll be able to get her outside here at halftime. But as it stands, 21-7 will be the halftime score here in San Francisco. Been a rough go for the 49ers so far. They've had a couple of flashes on offense, but nothing really going since their one-scoring drive. Stafford will kneel this down, and that'll take all of us to halftime. I will be right back with all of these halftime numbers that I know we all love to look at. I'm going to get that tab pulled up real quick before I actually go to my little halftime break. So, yep, we will be right back with all the halftime numbers for this game. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Crushin' It, and I will be right back. Come on. Alrighty. We are back, and it is halftime here in San Francisco. Or more accurately, Santa Clara. I'm going to give my dog a treat real quick. And then we'll be off to the halftime races if I get this damn bag open. Here. Dude, come get it. There you go. Get your treat, bro. It's yours. Alrighty. Let's bring it back to these halftime numbers. It has not been looking great for the Niners. Though their offense has had some good things going, they just haven't been able to get anything out of it. Let's get into our numbers here. Stafford, 14 of 23, 173, 2 scores. Outstanding game for him. Kyron Williams running a good game so far, 9 for 50 with a score. Blake Corum with a few good carries as well, 3 for 14. Receiving, Devontae, 5 for 75. He's been the go-to guy for the Rams, while Puka, 3 for 47 with a touchdown. Meanwhile, on the Niners side of things, Mac Jones, not having a bad day. I mean, all things considered, Mac Jones is playing a good game. 15 to 19, 151, 1 touchdown for him so far. Brian Robinson has been the leading rusher for the Niners over Christian McCaffrey. Hasn't been a good look there for CMC so far today. Only 2 yards a pop on 14 yards. Juwan Jennings, 6'4", 71 with the 1 touchdown. He did have a fumble earlier in the game. A huge fumble that really put the 49ers behind the 8 ball. Kittle, 5 for 56. Demarcus Robinson, former Chief, 1 for 12. And CMC, 3 catches for that 12 yards as well. Like we said, it's been pretty much all Rams today. 231 total yards. It's 50 more than the Niners. And they are outrunning the Niners 2-1 at the moment. Yet both teams are averaging about the same amount of yards per play. Both teams have double-digit first downs. 17 for the Rams, 10 for the Niners. Niners are 0 for 4 on third down, though, and that's where they're getting killed right now. They punted twice, and they've lost the 1 fumble. Like I said, that was Nate Landman that came in and broke that thing away from Jennings. So, rough going for a couple of these NFC West teams today. Of course, the Cardinals are getting the doors blown off of them. We'll go look at some NFL scores around the league here as we wait for this afternoon window to get going once again. And it has been another week of absolute blowouts. NFL said you want to see points on Thursday night, do you? Well, we can't give you that. Of course, my Broncos won that low-scoring affair back at Mile High on Thursday. But it's been blowouts pretty much all week. But there's been a couple of good games. Of course, Broncos-Raiders, 10-7, Broncos dub. Yes, sir. Colts won a close one this morning, 31-25 against the Atlanta Falcons. Able to go over to Munich, Germany, and come away with a win. So good on Indianapolis. Still a bit of a turnover-heavy day for Danny Dimes, but they only lost 1 of the fumbles. So that is the plus news to that. Meanwhile, Browns-Jets, another 1-score game. Jets win that one 27-20. And that was Dylan Gabriel still starting at quarterback there for Cleveland. He wasn't bad, but he didn't do anything world-beating. Saints best the Panthers. That is Tyler Shuff's first win. Pats on top of the Buccaneers, 28-23. I think the Pats are legit now. I thought they were legit anyways, but I think they're legit now. The Pats are good this year, man. Meanwhile, Ravens-Vikings, Lamar and the Ravens keep it rolling, 27-19 in Minnesota. Minnesota just can't muster enough offense to do anything, but J.J. McCarthy goes for more than 143 yards. It's a miracle for the Vikings. They come up 8 points short. Couple more rapid-fire ones. Dolphins beat the brakes off of the Bills by 17, 30-13. Bears, geez Louise, let's see. Bears 24-20 over the Giants. Texans 36-29 over the Jags. So the Jags lose a little bit of playoff positioning on that one. I think the Chiefs now get that spot by a half a game. Seahawks currently in the current window, 38-7 on the cards, and that game is kicked off for the second half. Lions commies. Lions on top by 15 in Washington. Mariota in the offense not getting much done. And in this current game, 21-7. Rams lead. Coming up tonight, of course, Sunday Night Football, Steelers and Chargers. I will be streaming that game as well. And then you'll have Eagles-Packers tomorrow on Monday night, and that's shaping up to be, could be for the NFC 1 seed this season. That could be for the 1 seed this year, that Monday night game, Eagles-Packers. Oh, we'll see what we get out of that. Of course, the one game that we have out of halftime that I've seen is Cards and Hawks. 1st and 10 here for Jacoby Brissett. Throws it short out to Trey McBride, and McBride will barrel forward for what looks to be a gain of 8.5, 9. Rams and Niners are still in halftime. At least we're still in the commercial break for it, so we'll see where that goes here in the near future. Brissett now, 2nd and they call it 2. He's going to throw up the left side, and Harrison unable to corral it. Had to turn around a little bit weird, trying to get his feet down, just unable to do so. Brother, we are still in commercial break. Come on. How many ads can they play? How many ads must I watch? NFL, come on! The handoff on 3rd and 1, and they get it. Good job, Cards. You got a 1st down. What is this ad about? Oh, Ken Garf. I see. Ugh, still in commercials. What are we doing? Jacoby back to throw on 1st and 10, rolling to his right side, now under pressure. Jacoby past the line. Jacoby turns up, and he's got 15, 16 yards. Slow-ass, old-ass Jacoby Brissett basically jogs for a 1st down, rolling to his right side, kept his eyes downfield. He just had nothing materialize on that right side, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to do it myself. Another gain of 5 for him there, so Cards are moving a little bit. I think the Cards are trying to cosplay as the Broncos a little bit, try and get a comeback effort against this Mike McDonald Seahawks team. Oh, we are almost to the second half of Rams and 49ers. Man, Marvin Harrison just can't get open on any of these this drive. Jacoby's targeted him twice and has had nothing. So here we go. We are going to be back here in Santa Clara for second half football with the Niners and the Rams. Niners are going to get the ball to start this thing out. Like we said, it's been a good game for the Niners for the most part, like kind of offensively. They moved the ball, they just haven't put points on the board. Mac Jones, though, 151 yards for him so far, 15-19. He's got more completions than Stafford on less attempts. Here we go. My score ball is going to move over with the actual ball, fielded in the back of the end zone and knelt down facing the crowd. That'll bring out this Niners offense to try and do anything. Oof, Jacoby threw a hospital ball to a guy over the middle. Okada lays the boom on Higgins, 84. Jeez Louise. Here we go, Mac, and this Niners offense going to open things out in the gun. Juszczyk goes in motion. They fake it to CMC. Now Jones has to whirl around to his left and finds a man. That is Kittle. It's only going to go as a gain of 3, but that could have been a disaster. We had to see Mac Jones pirouette in the back there after getting a rush in immediately. So they give him a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 now. 14:29 ticking down in this third quarter. Niners trying to dig out of a 2-score hole. It's another tight formation in the gun. They motion Kittle out left side. Jones will flip it out to CMC. He's got some blocks set up. Here we go. CMC to the 50. CMC over the 45 and into LA territory. That'll get him down to the 44. The first real big play there by Christian McCaffrey will get the Niners into enemy territory. First down for the Niners. That is an extremely well-designed screenplay by the Niners. They sneak 2 linemen out, and then McCaffrey's got room to run. Little bit of a split backfield for Jones. He hands it off to McCaffrey, trying to follow Juszczyk, and he will scamper forward for what looks to be maybe a gain of 5. Down to the 40-ish. Oh, they're doing a full house gag. Come on. Where's my John Stamos appearance? R.I.P. to Stamos, by the way. They give him a gain of 4 down to the Niner 39. Hands it off. That is gonna be Robinson, or not Robinson. It's number 3 for him, and he's able to dart ahead for a first down on that one. It is Robinson. They got too many Robinsons. You got DeMarcus Robinson, and you got the running back Robinson. There's too many. Meet the Robinsons. That would be a graphic, too, if they were both putting up huge numbers. 3rd and 1 now for the Niners. They snap it, single back under center, hand it off, and that is Robinson across the 30, down to the 27, and that is a first down. They need 1. They got more. They got more than that. That will set up the Niners now to knock on the door of the red zone, and this Kyle Shanahan-led offense needs to get some points on the board here. Scoring first in the second half is a big momentum swinger, and the Niners are going to need that. From the Ram 28 now. Jones under center. He pitches it out to Robinson, going right side. Robinson with some blocks and a seam. Robinson fighting down to the 15-yard line. First down, San Francisco. Gain of 12, 13-ish. Meanwhile, Brissett, end zone shot, looking for Harrison. Nothing. Witherspoon in coverage. So here we go now from the LA 15-yard line. Split backfield and a tight formation for Jones. Juszczyk motions to the right side. They hand it off to Robinson going left, and he's going to get blown up. That is Nate Landman coming in to blow that play up for a loss of 1. Tried a little misdirection there. You motion Juszczyk from left to right. You hand the ball off to Robinson from right going left side. And just nothing able to materialize on that one. They try and get a little cute with the motion on that. And it blows up in their face. They call it no gain on that. 2nd and 10. They probably lost about half a yard on that. They did. Ish. Jones in the gun. Juszczyk in motion. Left to right side. Jones snapping it. Jones looking. He's got McCaffrey on the right side. McCaffrey down to the 3. First and goal to go for the San Francisco 49ers. Trying to cut this to a 1-score deficit after a 21-point first half. And really, I mean, it looks like McCaffrey's supposed to be running a Texas route on this. He spots an open spot in the seam, and that is great chemistry and great IQ. First and goal from the Ram 3-yard line. I-form set under center here for Mack. Takes a snap. Will play fake it. Rolling left side. Throws it to Juszczyk. Juszczyk can't bowl into the end zone there, but he will get it down to about the 1-yard line. Niners trying to make this game closer. They won't get it on first down. You've got 3 more to go. 2nd and goal. Juszczyk will remain in the game here. Heavier personnel for these 49ers now down inside the 5. Juszczyk, Farrell in the game. Juwan Jennings will stay in. Christian McCaffrey comes out, so we're likely to see Robinson on this. Now from the 1, Jennings in motion right to left out of the eye. They hand it off to Robinson, who breaks out of a tackle. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brian Robinson Jr. able to bust through a tackle and scamper the rest of the way in. He had Juszczyk leading the way. What a first drive there by the San Francisco 49ers. Coming out of the second half with a fire under them. Able to run the ball well, able to throw it when they need to. Man, and that is Landman that gets the tackle broke on him. Robinson just pinballs off an 8 Landman. It's a rare miss by the linebacker. Pinheiro on for the extra point now, and that'll make it a 7-point ball game here in Santa Clara. Niners are back into this thing, and that'll take us to ad break with 9:33 to go in the third. 1-score game in Santa Clara. Meanwhile, I think they're counting guys on the field there for the Seahawks. So we got 4th and goal here for the Cards. Not quite sure where they are. Of course, this game's in commercial break. The one that we're actually calling. This game is in ad break. I've got Cardinals on the side TV. 4th and goal, 9:54 to go. Looking to make it a 24-point game are the Cardinals. 4th and goal at the 2. Brissett in the gun. Takes the snap. Quick drop. Now he's looking around a little bit. Bouncing. Now throws one. Incomplete. Broken up by number 48 of the Seahawks. And the Cardinals, once again, will be denied at the goal line. That is Knight. It was thrown more to Knight than it was his intended receiver. And it's been that kind of a day for the Arizona Cardinals. That'll send both games now to commercial break. You are not missing anything on both games that I, for some reason, have decided to glance at and call and do my best Kevin Harlan impression. With that being said, I'm going to run and go blow my nose real quick because, I get nasally for some reason, so I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Still in commercial break. As always, this is the National Football League. They'll run as many ads as they want to, and you are going to like it. I keep getting my jersey sleeve snagged on my feckin' shit. Like, bruh. So here we go, back at Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, California. It's a beautiful day out there. And it is now 14 unanswered here by the San Francisco 49ers. Mac Jones with a touchdown pass and Brian Robinson now with a rushing touchdown. I've got hair in my face. That's a problem. Pinheiro getting ready to boot this thing back to the Rams to give them their first possession of the second half. And here we go. Gonna go back to the Rams. That'll be fielded outside of the end zone here. That'll be Corum on the return, making a move, and he gets up to the 36-yard line. So it'll be good starting field position now for the LA Rams. Good return there by Corum of about 33 yards. So now these Rams are going to be looking to make this a 2-score game once again. Niners have made it a 1-score game off a couple of scoring drives. Rams looking to come shut the door now. The I form set for Stafford under center. He will snap it, hand it off. That is Corum, and Corum is going to plow forward for a gain of 6. Gets him up to the 42-yard line now, knocking at midfield already. Of course, they had the good return. Niners defense has been standing up here these last couple of drives. Rams looking to reboot here. get themselves going once again. 21 unanswered to start the game, and now they're staring at 14 unanswered on the other side. Stafford once again under center. It is once again an I form. Allen will join the backfield. Straight up I. Hands it off once again. Corum bouncing around, trying to find room. Bounces out of a couple of tackles. And he's still fighting to get forward. And he may have got that first down. 2nd and 4. And I think he's got enough. Bounces off of 2 different Niners at the same time. And then back to the middle there. That is Lamore and Mustafa. And he just dinks around a little bit there before he kind of gets spun around by Elliott. First down for Blake Corum and the Rams. Single back set under center once again, and now at the 46. Stafford taking the snap, play fake. Stafford standing in the pocket, now he's rolling. Slings it sidearm there, and he's got a running back. That is Kyron Williams that has entered the game. And I think we're going to get a horse collar tackle on this. This will be a personal foul. Rams are going to be in business on this one here. Ooh, it's a personal foul. It's a late hit on a Niner defender. I think they're going to get Bethune for that one. There was a linebacker that got in, got a hand up around the shoulder pads, dragging them out of bounds. Once they're out of bounds, Bethune comes in like a missile. And it's a late hit. So, fresh set of downs and an additional 15 yards now for the LA Rams. And they'll be looking to take advantage here. Offense back on the move. Now at the 35-yard line, Stafford under center once more. Allen goes in motion, play fake, booting left side. Now Stafford flipping around, getting set, dodging, and then trying to shovel pass to an eligible receiver ahead of him. Parkinson jumps on the ball just to be sure it's not a fumble there. Nothing comes open for Stafford. He had to try and dodge out of a sack before he just said, screw this, and shovel-checked it to a guy up ahead. It's no grounding call there for it. 2nd and 10. It's an incomplete ball here for the Rams. Niners defense trying to stand back up here and keep the Rams out of field goal range and or the end zone. They send a man in motion. That is number 88 for the Rams, I believe. He'll settle in the slot on the left side. Gun set for Stafford. Dropping back now. Blitz is on. It's picked up well. Stafford slings it to Tyler Higbee over on the right side. That'll be a gain of 7 or 8 on that. It's going to set up 3rd and short now here for the Rams. Stafford showing off the arm angles a little bit. Looking like a shortstop slinging one to first base. Trying to get a runner out. .6:42 and counting down here in this 3rd quarter. Here we go, 3rd and 2. Bunch trips left side here for Stafford in the gun. Williams going to join Stafford in the backfield. Play clock down to 1. They get it off. 3rd and 2. Blitz coming in. Stafford got it off, and it's incomplete. Looking for Kyron Williams out of the backfield. The blitz didn't get picked up that time. And 4th and 2 now for the Rams. And it seems they're going to go for it on this thing. So the Niners defense now going to be looking for one more stop to get the offense back in with a chance to tie the ball game with a touchdown. Rams are going to go for this thing. Empty set in the gun here for Stafford. Kyron Williams offset to the right side behind a receiver on that right side. Stafford making a change of the line. Play clock down to 4. They got to get this thing off. Stafford snaps it. Stafford dropping, looking. Nacua, he's got it at the sticks. Forward progress is going to have him right in front of the sticks. He needed 2, and he got 2 1/3. He barely gets just enough there. It's just a quick little in route. Not quite a shallow cross, but Stafford able to just laser that thing in there to Nacua. Yeah, the guy's playing catch. Nacua now up to 51 yards on 4 catches. Now it's going to be a big man set. Stafford under center. That is Corum in the backfield. They will hand it off going right side to Corum, and Corum's got blocks. Down to the 20, inside the 15-yard line. Tackle down at the 12. Blake Corum dragging the Rams down even further into the red zone. Rams had that right side overloaded. Nobody there for the Niners, and both those tight ends there, Tom Brady saying this, they call it YY wing. Both tight ends able to get up to the second level immediately. Stafford remains under center. It's going to be an I form. Allen will join the backfield. Big number 87. Corum remains in the game. Stafford hands it off to Corum middle. Gets a block from Allen, and that'll spring him for a gain of what looks to be 4 or 5. It's going to set up second down here. Rams looking to make this a 2-possession game and re-answer these 14 unanswered points that have been dropped on them from here. 4:27 to go in this drive. In this quarter. It's been a long drive here for the Rams. Under center once again. We're going to see a formation change now by Stafford. He will remain under center. Guys split out a little further. Dropping back to throw now. Stafford slinging it, trying to roll, and he's got his man. Parkinson down to the 1. And that'll make it 1st and goal to go. They needed 5. They get 6. And that'll be 1st and goal now with a 1-yard line. Rams are going to get 4 shots to get this thing into the end zone, make it a 14-point lead once again. So they down this at the 1.5-yard line of all places. I got 3 tight ends. It's going to be Higbee on the going left to right. Or no, that was Allen. Corum will not get in. Door is slammed by the Niners defensive line. It was Allen that went in motion left to right side trying to seal that off. And there ends up being a couple of leaks there in that Rams O-line anyways. Shut him down. 2nd and goal looks to be a loss of maybe 1. No gain at the very best for the Rams there, and we're going to see Nacua rejoin the game, and we're going to see Higbee leave it. Looking to be a pistol set here now for Stafford and the Rams. Stafford trying to pump the guys up. Oh no, he wanted a reset. It's going to be 2 receivers on the left side, 2 tight ends on the right. Pistol set here for Stafford. McCorum behind him. Stafford throw in, corner, Adams! Touchdown! And he takes out a camera. Devontae Adams has killed a camera. But he has also scored a touchdown. Just a nice little short corner route. Working inside to out. He lines up in the slot here. Takes 2 steps and bounces it towards the middle of the end zone. Stafford trusts his man completely away from the defender. Adams goes in, falls, and kills the camera. So that's going to bring on Thicker the kicker. The thicker kicker for the Rams. Kick is up, and that is good. 28-14 Rams with 2:39 to go in the third. So the Rams now making lives hell for the Niners once again. 2-score game. And we come back now, 2nd and 5 in Seattle for Seattle. Now at their own 41, give or take. I-form set for Darnold. Darnold snaps it, hands it off. Going right side, now going back to his left. That is Kenneth Walker breaking a tackle at the sticks and getting an additional 4 yards on top of that. We had a flag down on the field, though. This could be coming back for the Seahawks in a 15-38 game. And it will be holding. They get Caller up, the tight end, number 89. Rams and Niners is in commercial break, hence why we are observing this Seahawks game. Let me know how you're feeling in chat here as we wind through the second halves of some of these games. Some pretty comfortable leads for some of these teams, especially in this NFC West. Shaheed will go in motion, left to right side for Darnold in the gun. Cards bring forward, Darnold under pressure. The ball gets smacked around. And is that a fumble? We'll see. If it is, it's Arizona ball. We'll see what they call this here. That is a fumble, and that is a recovery by the Arizona Cardinals. 1st and 10, Cardinal football. Sweat gets in and swats that thing away. That is a fumble. Bounces right back to Sweat. Arizona football. They're down 23, but they are trying to make a valiant comeback attempt. If the Seahawks lose, the Rams would be in sole possession of first place in the NFC West. And the Cardinals looking to get back into the NFC playoff race. It would get them 3 games under whoever is at the top of the division. Brissett in the gun. 2 receivers and a tight end to that left side for him. I'm going to finish calling this play out. Here we go. Brissett, short drop, short throw, and he's got Trey McBride across the Seahawk 20. That'll get him down to the 19-yard line. Cards looking to come back. Maybe they are the Broncos. Here's the kick. That'll bounce inside the 20. Picked up. Got a man with a lane, and he will get down at the 30. Meanwhile, Brissett throwing over the middle. He's got a man. That is, I believe, Knight, number 20. Perhaps I've got my running backs wrong, but it is number 20 for the Cardinals. I could have swore his last name was Knight. It's a first down for the Cardinals. 5:57 to go. 23-point game that they're looking to make at least a 17-pointer. Hands it off now on 1st and 10. He'll get dragged down for a loss. Here we go. Mac Jones. It's going to be single back formation for him. He is under center. Motions McCaffrey out of the backfield, dropping back to throw now. Got a man over the middle. That is McCaffrey, who spins out of a tackle and is still fighting. He's not going to get a first down, but he's going to get 9 on that one. And Mac Jones has been on target all day today. Ooh, and there is a Cardinal down. Look to be grabbing at his foot or rolling his ankle or something. That is Zonovan Knight. Running back I was just mentioning. Meanwhile, single back set again. They hand it off to McCaffrey up the middle. Ducks out of a tackle and gets spun forward for a few more yards. Now that is a first down. They needed 1, and they got a bunch more than that. CMC starting to heat up just a little bit. Ugh. 1:39 and ticking down here in this third quarter. Mac going to come out in the gun. They'll have this at their own 44-yard line. It's going to be Bourne that goes in motion right to left. Jones dropping back to throw. Deep drop. And then now he flicks it a little shorter to Big 89. That is Farrell. That'll get to midfield there. It's a gain of 6 for the Niners, and that will set up 2nd and 4 with 1 minute and 13 seconds to go. Clock is going to tick down under what will be 60 seconds here in the third. Niners looking to make this a 1-score game again, and then they're going to be hoping for a stop from their defense if they get it. Ball at midfield. They need the opposing 46 now. Takes a snap. Play fake to McCaffrey. Mac, deep drop. Now rolling to his left side. Mac throwing on the run. He's got a man. Kendrick Bourne with untied shoes. Steps over Landman. And he's down to the 30. Into LA territory. Kendrick Bourne with untied shoelaces. They were untied the whole time. Both pairs of shoes. He was jumping around a little bit there and just manages to get open. Mac kind of points him up before throwing it a little bit, which is hilarious. Mac under center. Use check in motion now from to the right side. That's where Mac throws it. Use check, and we'll just try and bust through a guy, and he mostly does. That's Lake that's in on the tackle. Gets some help from another defensive back. Does Mr. Lake. Mac Jones there. It's another gain of 5 or so, and that is going to take him to the end of the third quarter. So both games that we've been looking at have gone to commercial timeout. Cardinals looking to cut down a 23-point deficit, while the Niners looking to cut down this 14-point deficit. They made it one score before. They can do it again. We're back in Arizona, 2nd and 11. Gun set here for Jacoby Brissett. Trips to his right side. Jacoby taking the snap. Short drop now, standing. Striking. Incomplete. Broken up by Kobe Bryant, looking for Mr. Harrison Jr. Of course, son of the Colts' great Marvin Harrison. Brissett had him. I think that ball, I don't know. I mean, he timed that up pretty perfectly. It's great timing all around. Great timing on the throw, but better timing on the breakup there by Kobe Bryant. Third and 11 now for the Cards. Empty set there for Brissett. Takes a snap, dropping, got a guy. It's going to be short, though, down to the 8-yard line, just about. That is Wilson. To gain a 6, 4th and 5. And I'd be shocked once again if they don't go for this thing. Field goal only makes it a 20-point game. Either way, you're still chasing 3 possessions. You just don't want to be chasing 3 touchdowns you got to get now. We will see the offense remain on for 4th and 5, and we're still in ad break in Santa Clara. 4th and 5 from the 8-yard line of the Seahawks. That is DeMarcado that is in the game at running back. And he's going to look Marvin Harrison's way in the end zone! Incomplete! Marvin Harrison cannot corral it in. DeMarcado is going to pick him up, and I believe that was Pritchett in on the coverage that time. Oh, what a play by Pritchett. Harrison's got that ball in his hands going down, and Pritchett able to keep the concentration on, get a hand up as they're going down, and bat that ball away. So it'll be Seahawk ball at their own 8-yard line. Harrison was looking for a flag that he didn't get. That is just outstanding coverage, my friend. Meanwhile, it does appear that we're going to be back here in Santa Clara. Niners driving to try and make this another one-possession game after they did so on their first possession of the half. Rams responded. Yummers. Here we go, 2nd and 4 for Mac and the Niners now at the 25 of the Rams. Single back set for Mac. Kittle will set up on the right side. They do hand it off. That is McCaffrey going right side, and he falls forward. And they might call him a hair short of the first down. We'll see where they spot this. It looked like he had it as he fell forward. And first down, Niners. They need 4. They get 4 down to the 21-yard line. And they're driving, 14-37, counting down in the fourth quarter. Niners do got to be a little urgent here, and it's more on their defense that they're going to have to really have that urgency to get a stop. McCaffrey remains in, single back set, under center for Mac. Pitches left side. McCaffrey trying it again. McCaffrey will get forward for what seems to be another gain of 4. Just almost to the 16. They give him 5 on the carry there, so they're down to the 16-yard line. McCaffrey will come out of the game, and Brian Robinson Jr. going to come in and replace him now. Niners do rotate these backs quite often, injured or not. We've had some years where McCaffrey's out and they go RB by committee. Here we go, split set for Jones in the gun, dropping back now, throwing, and he's got a man about a yard short of the sticks there. That is Kittle, gain of 4. It's going to get him down to the 12-yard line. Mac Jones and Kittle got a little bit of chemistry going, and Mac Jones has only thrown 4 incompletions. Jones has been having himself a good day today. It's just the Niners have been moving the ball. They just haven't got points on the board. Of course, Jawan Jennings had a fumble way early in the game there that killed the drive where they were moving the ball once more. So here we go, 3rd and 1. Jones snaps it, and Jones will jump forward. First down, he needed 1, and he ran it for 3. Gets him inside of the Ram 10-yard line now. 13 minutes to go here in the game. Niners are looking to make this thing a one-score game and get the ball back and tie this thing up. Chasing 14 right now, but they are looking like they are going to make that a 7-point deficit here in the very near future. Single back set here. They're going to motion McCaffrey out of the backfield. Dropping back now is Mac Jones. Now there's pressure. Now Mac navigating the pocket. Slings it out. He's got a man. Touchdown, San Francisco. Big number 89. That is Farrell for them. Luke Farrell for the touchdown. Jones navigating a sea of pressure. Able to scramble around just enough in the pocket and sling a touchdown pass in the flat. Luke Farrell, it's an overloaded left side of the line there for him. 2 tight ends over on that side. Farrell more on a chip and release. And when I say release, I mean he walks 3 steps to the left side. Landman just kind of leaves him alone. Unable to get an angle to tackle him on. This will make it a 7-point game. Pinheiro from the hash. That is blocked. No good on the PAT. The Rams block the extra point. 8-point deficit now for the Niners. So, business not done for either of these teams, but that block PAT could come back and haunt the Niners later. Of course, that will take us to commercial break in Santa Clara. So we'll look over here now to the Seattle game. Charbonnet just coming off a huge carry, it would appear. And he's still running through, guys. Mostly running the ball here for the Seahawks this half. They've only ran 7 plays. They are down to the Arizona 40. They give it to Charbonnet going right side. Cuts it up. Charbonnet getting through traffic, and he's going to have a gain of 8.5. Maybe 9 there. It's going to set up 2nd and way short here for the Seahawks, and this run game is doing wonders for them right now. Clock will tick under 2 minutes here in the 3rd quarter there for Seattle. But, I mean, really, they can put this game away. A score makes this a 30-point game going into the 4th quarter. The Cardinals would have to become the Denver Broncos to get a 30-point comeback in the 4th. 2nd and 2 for the Seahawks. I-form set for Darnold. Darnold hands it off. Charbonnet bounces back up the middle, going left side, and he is shut down by Calais Campbell. He's going to be short of the sticks there. It's going to set up 3rd and 1. Calais Campbell is relentless in the rush game. That's what he's made a career on, a relentless run defender that is he is a one-man stonewall. Third and 1. They're lining up for a little bit of a tush push here. Tight end taking a snap. Try to hard count. He will get pushed forward. First down. That is Barner that takes that snap and able to track forward for the first. Seattle, new set of downs. Needed 1. They get the gain of 1 there. Who's he get that push from? Big number 40. And a little more push from behind on Charbonnet. They just kind of get in a conga line and push forward there. So here we go. Who blocks it? It's Jared Verse. Right through the guard. Wow. Pinheiro's pissed off. Here we go. Pinheiro ready to boot this thing away. Give it back to the Rams. 28-20 ball game. Niners have fought back into this thing. That is fielded at the 7. And here we go on the return. That is Corum. Corum gets a seam, and he's down at the 37. Rams have consistently had good field position on kick returns all day long. And that does not change here. Stafford and the offense now going to come out and try and put this thing away and put the cherry on top of this. Rams are getting outgained here by like 37 yards, but they are leading the game. Of course, the Niners just have more mistakes that they are now trying to atone for in this second half. Stafford makes it an I form. That is Allen that joins the backfield, and I believe that might be Corum in the game. They're going to send Ferguson in motion. Snap it, play fake to Williams. Now going deep there, looking for Ferguson. Incomplete, in and out of the hands. That is number 57 for the Niners in coverage. Going for the kill shot. Just in and out of the hands of Ferguson going down that left sideline, throwing a deep ball, pretty much a fade route. He had a linebacker on him. I believe that is Gifford. Just shoots through his hands. He knows he let that one go. Gun set now, 2nd and 10 here for the Rams at their own 36. Stafford out of the gun, screens it to Nacua. Nacua getting a little twisty. Nacua for a first down and more. Down to the 49-yard line on the Rams side of the field. So not quite to midfield, but they are knocking on the door of it. And that'll put Matthew Stafford over 200 yards passing for the day. 209 for him. And Devontae Adams in pain leaving the game here. Ooh, something with his back. Seems like his back tightened up on him a little bit. Here we go. Big set now for the Rams on 1st and 10 at their own 49. We're going to see Ferguson go in motion right to left. Stafford, play fake. Stafford getting set in the pocket. Stafford deep over the middle. He's got Ferguson. Redeems himself down to the San Fran 19-yard line. Ferguson able to make up for a drop earlier on this. Gets a much easier chance. Stafford able to wait in the pocket for a lifetime before he's able to fire that thing off. Ferguson able to shake the linebacker that wronged him earlier. Rams still taking shots with an 8-point lead in the 4th. And they're still working on Devontae on the sideline. Under center once again for Stafford. They motion Allen. They fake the pitch left side. Stafford's got Parkinson down to the 10 and inside the 10 down to the 6-yard line. It's another first down. Pickup of 15. At least it looked like 15, maybe by the throw. Goodness. Tay still trying to get himself feeling good, testing himself, trying to get back in the red zone. Yeah, looked like Tay was just testing him thing out. Now it's 1st and goal to go for the Rams. Now with the Niner 6. So this Niner defense getting picked apart on this. They call it the 7. Getting picked apart. Under center once again for Stafford. Hands it off going left side. That is Williams. Touchdown, LA. This could be coming back. Do we have a flag down? What's going on here? It does seem like the score is going to count. Seems like the flag was after the play. So it does count. Unless they were just whistling some extracurriculars down. And man, nobody home to bring down Kyren Williams. And then now it's going to be a 15-point game if this extra points gets made. 2nd touchdown for Kyren Williams. And the Rams are doing this with the run game. Extra point is up. And it is good. 15-point game now that the Niners are going to be chasing. Still no idea what's going on in Seattle. It's still a 23-point game down there. We're going to go to commercial break here in this Rams-Niners matchup, which is going to cause me to go take a piss. 10:04 to go in this NFC West Showdown. I will be right back. Oy. All right, and we're back. Niners defense has had no real answers for the Rams offense here in the second half, which is, it's been the reason that they haven't been able to keep this thing within one possession after they get done scoring a touchdown. This defense has had nothing for this for the Rams. The Niners defense has had no answers for the Rams offense coming out of the second half. And if the Niners don't score here and get a stop on the next drive, I think we're looking at a pretty set ball game, to be honest. And now with the Niners chasing 15, it's gonna be even harder. That blocked extra point, as I said, could come in big. Niners are going to be chasing 15 when they get this ball back. We got 10 minutes to go and a handful of change. All the games are in commercial break. All of them. Here we go. 10:04 to go. 35-20. Rams lead by 15, coming off of another scoring drive. Gonna boot this thing away, and here we go. Niners trying to match a score for a score once again. That'll be knelt in the back of the end zone. That'll come out to the 35-yard line now. And this Niners offense, they are going to need a quick score and a stop on defense to keep this within a possession. Defense has had absolutely no answers. So now this Niners offense can only control what they can control, and that's what they got to go out and do here. Score. Here we go. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Gun set here for Mack. We're going to see a motion by Juszczyk into the backfield before he loops out. Mack looking that way before he comes back over the middle. That is Kittle. That is going to be a gain of 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8. Keeps pushing forward. Juszczyk able to shove him forward along with the churning legs of George Kittle. They will get themselves even closer here. 2nd and 2 now. Up to the 42-yard line. They'll be looking to score rather quickly, give their defense a chance. But of course, if you don't get a 2-point conversion, you will need more time. Split backfield in the gun. They motion out Juszczyk. They hand it to McCaffrey going that way, and that is nowhere. There is nowhere to go. Snuffed out for a loss of 2. Niners going the wrong way here. It's going to set up 3rd and 4. Juszczyk, man. I mean, he goes out for the block there. Juszczyk seems to do his job getting out. Now he kind of overshoots what would be a good spot to cut in on Stewart on that right edge. Here we go. 3rd and 4. Now back of their own 41. Mack looking to get a conversion here. They motion Bourne left to right, takes the snap, Mack, 5-step drop, now he's got to move around a little bit, pressure getting in on him, rolling to his left, throwing deep, and almost intercepted. Duran had a chance to turn around and pick that thing off. Unable to do so here, Mack throwing a hero ball. Can't find his guy, it's only his 5th incompletion of the game. He's looking for DeMarcus Robinson down that left sideline. Sets up 4th and 4 now for the 49ers. Looking to score on this drive now. It's 4-down territory. They're going to go for it on this one. 4th and 4 at their own 41-yard line. Gun set for Mac Jones. Kittle going to motion to the left side. It will isolate Kendrick Bourne. Takes the snap now. 4-man rush. Jones gets it away. Looking for Kittle. It's incomplete, but we got flags. Oh, we'll see what we got on the calls here, but the Rams may have just shot themselves in the foot. Kittle thinks he got held. Jones thinks he got roughed. What do we got? Ooh, it's an illegal shift on the Rams. And PI on defense. Offsetting penalties. That's going to reset this 4th and 4. Kittle looked set. Oh, so Dean Blandino disagrees with the illegal formation, so it should be a first down for the Niners. They got to earn this one. Here we go. 4th and 4 once again out of the gun. Mack dropping back. Mack hucking over the middle. He's in trouble, and it's intercepted by number 1. The Rams are going to pick off Mac Jones with that pocket collapsing in on him. That is Forbes. Oof. Rams ball with a 15-point lead. If the Rams score again, it is over. Meanwhile, big blowout over in Washington. Detroit up 41-16 over the Commanders. Commanders have had nothing doing. Meanwhile, 41-15 game here in Seattle with 11:45 to go, or 11:46. Brissett's got it at his own 16, coming out in the gun, 2x2 set. Snapping, throwing short, little out route there, gaining 9. That is Wilson. And injured Seahawk. That is Wari. And he's holding that left arm there. Left arm looks a little dangly. Doesn't look broken, but something's wrong with it. He's in pain. He did something to his arm on that one. Oof. No, he gets like shoved down, lands on that arm weird. You see something not right with it. I wonder if something happened to his wrist. Oh boy. So there's a development there in the Seahawks game. Oof. So they're going to give him a look on the sideline. They hand it off to DeMarcado. DeMarcado is going to break it loose. DeMarcado to the 50, 40, 35, 30. Finally ran out of bounds at the Seattle 26-yard line. DeMarcado waving to somebody. That's been a connection that has not been completely there for the Cardinals tonight. Ugh. Here we go. We are back in Santa Clara. Rams have this with great field position back to the 37-yard line of the Niners. Off of the pick. Single back set. Hands it off going right side. And Corum blowing up in the backfield. Big number 93. That is Davis. Getting into the backfield there to shut that down. Niners are on life support right now. Down 15 with 8 minutes and 12 seconds counting down. Meanwhile, has something happened in Arizona? No. Doesn't appear so. Brissett got sacked, I think. Or he just threw it away. Here we go. Gun set for Stafford. They motion Smith left to right side. Now back to the left. Getting a read on the coverage. He'll stack up that left side. Higbee goes in motion, right to left. Hand it off now once again. That is Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams tearing forward. And he'll get up to the 35-yard line. So it'll get him back to the original line of scrimmage and a little further. It's a gain of 8 on 2nd and 15 after losing the 5 on the run. So here we go. Another gun set now for Stafford and the Rams on 3rd and 7, snapping it at the 35. Stafford taking the snap, dropping back. Niners bring heat, and it doesn't get there. Tyler Higbee is open in the flat. He needed 7. He gets 11. First down, LA, trying to fizzle this thing away, and they burned another 60 seconds off of the clock. Stafford takes a shot on that play, too. And we do have a touchdown in Arizona. Marvin Harrison. Here we go. 1st and 10 now for the Rams. Down to the down to the Niner 24. I form Allen in the backfield as the fullback. They hand it off. That is Corum, who will dive ahead there for a gain of 3. And at this point now, Rams just trying to fizzle this thing out and get their revenge on the 49ers. Meanwhile, it is now a 19-point game over in Seattle with 9:50 to go. So I don't know, maybe keep your eye on it. Here we go, Stafford under center. Clock will tick below 6 minutes. They motion Smith left to right side. Hands it off once again. That is going to be, I think that is Corum once again. It is, and he will be about 1.5 yards short of the sticks. Rams absolutely just trying to fizzle this thing out, and they will be able to if they keep running the ball like this. Corum's going to remain in the game. They bring in Mumpfield, number 15. And these Rams, man, these Rams are good. These Rams are good at football. Now 5:24 going here. Rams in the red zone. Looking to make it a 3-score game to close this thing out. Allen goes in motion. Play fake. Stafford in the pocket. He gets it off. That is Parkinson. Galloping into the end zone. Touchdown, LA. And that's going to make it 41-20. 3-possession game for the Rams. And at that point, I think you pull the starters and call it a day. You talk about revenge for a heartbreaker in your home in Week 5. Oh my God, the Rams are coming in and laying the wood here on the Niners. And they have struck gold. Here we go, 21-point game. Now for the extra point, trying to make it 22. Extra point is up, and it is good. 5:10 to go here in the game. They're going to go to commercial break there in that LA game. Things are not looking good for 2 NFC West teams. No, they are not. Glad to see you back in here, Ender Games. It's been a little lonely here in the chat room without you. But yeah, Cards are in a 19-point hole with 9:50 to go in that game. Meanwhile, we are over here. It is a 22-point hole for the Niners. Niners will be getting dropped to 3rd in the division. And it looks like from here on out, our 2 combatants for the NFC West are going to be the Rams and those Seattle Seahawks. Of course, the Seahawks are absolutely boat racing the Cards. That was a game that was 35-0, so for the Cardinals to even get it back to a 19-point game, I'd say is impressive. It's Marvin Harrison Jr. with a 9-yard reception touchdown to cap off that last drive for him. Body language on that sideline just does not look good, man. Everybody just looks frustrated for the Cards. As they should be. They played bad today. They're getting ready to kick this thing off. And they're going onside, and that is recovered by the Seahawks at the Arizona 45. Bit of a weak tapper there. No real angle to it. Recovered by Zach Charbonnet. Next week, we've got what could be the most important game of the Broncos season. It's going to be Week 11 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are going to be coming off of a bye week. Broncos coming off of the mini-bye off of a Thursday night win. Will the Broncos be able to get their issues figured out on offense in time to greet Mahomes at Mile High, where the Chiefs finally bring him back to earth? We'll find out next week. Darnold now in an I-form set, just looking to fizzle out the last 10 or so minutes of the game. They play fake it, booting right side. Darnold has his man, JSN. That'll be a first down. Gain of what looks to be 10 on that one, exactly. Gets him deeper in Arizona territory now. Still waiting for this game to come back into at a commercial break. And they're just showing the game day update there on that on our game here. Parkinson with the touchdown, of course, to make it 42-20. So the Niners are going to get punted. I miss Marvin Harrison Sr. on the Colts. Him and Peyton were magical. Oh, absolutely. Marvin Harrison Sr. was so good. I form once again. They are going to hand this off now. That is Kenneth. No, that is Charbonnet? Or is that the third string back? Can't tell. Here we go. Kickoff with 5:10 to go in this fourth quarter, and that'll be a touchback for the Niners. Niners now chasing 22. And I think we, yawn. That's been this whole week today. It's been a lot of blowouts. Been a ton of blowouts. Here we go. Matt going to come out. Empty set. Dropping back now. Snapping at his own 35. Slinging one, and that'll get up to about midfield. That looks to be Demarcus Robinson involved. We'll see where they spot that. Of course, the ball brings him backwards. And they're going to spot him at the 49. So 49ers up to the 49. They go no huddle here, just trying to get on the board again. Mac Jones out of the gun, slinging another one right side. That is DeMarcus. No, that is Moore. Sky Moore, former Chief. And now this offense working with some urgency. They're down 3 possessions. I don't know that they're possibly going to really get back in this thing. But we'll see. Out of the gun once again. Mac, short ball now to DeMarcus Robinson. Over the middle, gain of 8. Niners trying to move quickly. 4:22 and counting down to go for him. They're going to still remain in the gun. Mac getting things set up here. DeMarcus Robinson going to the right side of the formation. Mac taking the snap now. Another deep drop here, rolling into the sunlight, and he's got CMC on the left side. First down to the 16, out of bounds. That'll stop the clock there. 4:06 to go now for the Niners, down by a lot. And we've got an injured Cardinal now over in that game. Looks to be a defensive lineman. Somebody may have got rolled up on or cleated or stopped, slung down weird. Jeez Louise, that looked rough. And he had a man grabbing at his knee. Big number 97, Nolan the third. Here we go, gun set for Mac at the 16-yard line. Takes the snap. 5-step drop now, standing in the pocket. Slings it out to McCaffrey. Cut made, gain of 4. Niners have got to move here. Under 4 to go now here. 3:53 and counting down. Niners with some urgency. 2nd and 6, 2 receivers and a tight end on that left side of the formation. They snap it. Mac, quick drop, slinging for the corner of the end zone, looking for Dwan Jennings, incomplete. And we got a flag down. See what the flag is on this one here. Not sure what we got. Illegal formation on the offense. 5 yards, 2nd down. It will remain. Meanwhile, Darnold with 7-11 and ticking down. They are deep in Arizona territory, trying to get everybody set. Play clock down to 3. Darnold in the eye, gets it off, hands it off. There, third stringer going left side. He's down for a loss. Here we go, gun set once again. Mac dropping back now, sitting in the pocket. Slings it over the middle, and that will be a tackle made by McCullough. That is Brian Robinson that he finds there, going across the middle of the field towards the right side. It's only a gain. It's not a huge gain. It's really only a gain of 5, so they get the penalty back just about. Third and 7, 3:11 and counting down to go. Mac Jones in the offense trying to put a bit of a pride touchdown on. Jones taking the snap now. Looking for the sticks at least. He's got a wide open man left side. That is Kittle. Does he get the pylon? Touchdown, San Francisco. What an effort by George Kittle there. Almost flies out of bounds on the catch. Kittle just able to barely redirect himself into the end zone. He's in, gets the ball to the pylon. Touchdown, San Fran. Meanwhile, Myers coming on for a 34-yard field goal to make it a 22-point game. Get us some number alliteration. Kick is up and kick is good for Myers. So the Niners going to go for 2 here with 2:59 to go. Would make it 28-42. Make it a 14-point game at that point. Of course, they had the blocked PAT earlier in the game. Taking the snap now. Mack dropping. Hucks it. Picked off. Quentin Lake. So it will remain a 16-point game. And if the Niners somehow manage 2 scores with 2:53, they're going to have to do it with some more 2-point conversions. Win probability chart has flatlined at the bottom of the Cardinals-Seahawks game. Fuck. That's tragic. That is Halani that is in at running back for the most part now for the Seahawks. That's crazy work, though, that the thing already flatlined. That's funny. 16-point deficit here for the Niners. I imagine we see another onside kick. 2:59 to go. Not quite sure what we're going to see on the kick yet here in Santa Clara. It's been flatlined for a while. I haven't seen the win probability on that one yet. Really, the defense for the Niners failed them today. That's kind of going to be the story. The Niners defense just failed them, man. Niners defense has not been good. So I think they're going to declare the onside. I'm going to go check my Discord DMs. Oh my God. Stop the damn match. Here we go, 2:59 on the clock. Niners are going to go for an onside kick, chasing 16 points. They failed the 2-point conversion. Of course, an Eddie Pinheiro point-after attempt got blocked earlier in the game, when it was still 20-28 at that point. Of course, the game has very much gotten away from these Niners since. Ooh, Morstead is going to do the onside punt, and the Rams will jump on it. Ram ball. It will take over with 2:59 here in the fourth. It's flatlined before the end of the first. Yeah. There's that tiny blip of life in the third, and then after that, it's like, all right, see ya. That's unfortunate for the Cards. They got their backup quarterback in now. Who is that for the Cardinals? Number 19? Who's the Rams? Or not the Rams. Who's the Cardinals backup? I don't know. Here we go. I-form set here for Mr. Stafford, trying to fizzle this thing away. Hands it off. Niners keyed in on it, and still it's a gain of 3. That was Kyron Williams coming in to barrel forward a little bit here. We got the first timeout from the Niners at 2:54. Yeah, no idea who's in at quarterback for the Cardinals, and I won't get another. Keaton Slovis. What a name. What a name. Hell yeah, brother. Damn, you really don't get to appreciate how big this Rams kicker is until you get a look at him. That's a big boy. Here we go from the Niner 40, 2nd and 7. I-form once again. Stafford under center, hands it off. That is Kyron Williams pushing forward. That's going to be a gain of 5. It's going to set up 3rd and 2. Second timeout by the Niners. 2:48 to go. Niners trying to hold and try to get the ball back. Keaton Slovis is definitely one of the names of all time. And Drew Lock is in the game! Drew Lock appearance! Yeah! Lock under center. He's going to fumble the snap. Oh no. Drew, no. I think he fell on it. He did. Seahawk ball. Drew Lock fixed it. 3rd and 2 now for the Rams. I-form set once more. Snaps it. Will hand it off. That is Kyron Williams, who will barrel forward. Effort. Does he get it? Rams are indicating first down. It appears he's going to be marked short. When they're going to run a virtual measurement on that. Meanwhile, 2nd and 10 for Drew Lock. He hands it off. Charbonnet going left side. Charbonnet gains 9. So it's going to be a half-yard short for the Rams, it appears. We'll see what they do here. Niners have burned all their timeouts. 2:42 to go. It'll be 4th and 1. Looks like the Rams are going to leave the offense on to try and go win this thing. Yep, Rams are trying to finish this. 4th and 1, single back set, never mind. I-form as Allen motions into the backfield from that right tight end spot. Oh, and we're going to get encroachment. We are going to get encroachment on the Niners, and that might as well put this goddamn game away. Niners can't stop the clock. They'll get the 2-minute warning to stop it. Everybody on the Rams are smiling. Stafford's grinning. McVay is grinning. Encroachment on the defense. That's going to be a Rams first down. Rams are going to be able to fizzle out the rest of this ball game now. That's number 92 that basically dives in there at the guard. Stafford's got that Elway shit-eating grin. McVay's got that shit-eating grin under his play sheet. That's gold. Niner 29 now. They're in the I-form set. Once again, 2:42. Niners can't stop the clock. Hand off to Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams is going to barrel forward for a gain of 7. Down to the 22-yard line now. Kyron Williams. Keeping the pile moving. I think that basically killed whatever morale the Niners may have still had. I think that legitimately killed the rest of the morale the Niners had. The Rams are going to happily run this to the 2-minute warning. They will happily sit in the huddle and run this down to the 2-minute warning. Oh, no Niner timeouts. They can do nothing. And from here, Rams are going to be taking a knee to get the hell out of this game. Oof. That Niner defense is really the culprit. The offense put up 26, man. 26 is usually enough to win a ball game if your defense plays somewhat okay. Ugh. Bad game all around for the Niners, really defensively. We'll see what adjustments they're able to make kind of going into next week here. I don't know if they have a bye after this. I know the Rams have already had their bye. Both of the NFC West games are in commercial break. And then here pretty quick, we are going to be on for Sunday Night Football. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing and what you're hearing, feel free to subscribe. So you can come back, turn on notifications to come back for Sunday Night Football. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the stream if you're chilling in here with me as well. Yeah, both games are in commercial break. I honestly wonder if they're both in 2-minute warning break. I think that's the one thing you can ask for. If you're either of these losing teams, just get me out of here and get me to next week. Yeah, Niners, I think, just got overmatched with a very undermanned defense. Yeah, undermanned defense. Yeah, Niners defense had no answers. That's my big takeaway. I think the Niners defense is a little undermanned for sure. They're missing Fred Warner. That's for damn sure. So, both games were in the 2-minute warning. Drew Lock is going to come out and kneel this thing down for the Seahawks. And he takes his knee. So, Seahawks are going to run out the clock on that one. 44-22 is the victory. For a second straight week, Drew Lock sees some game action. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, we're still in commercial break over here in Santa Clara. Probably got one more commercial. We do have one more commercial before we get to start kneeling this ball game away. Lock out there with the boys. Darnold bullshitting with the boys. Oh, the Seahawks happy. They know they're going to have to keep pace with the now 7-2 Rams as well. Locke kneeling this thing down once more out of a not quite victory setup. All the guys in that huddle are shooting the shit and laughing about something. Here we go. Matt Stafford. They come in the I form here, looking to get a first down and fizzle this thing away. I form here now. Stafford taking the snap, handing it off. That is Kyron Williams firing forward. First down, LA. That's going to be ball game. Now they're going to kneel this thing out now. They were one first down away from winning. And now that's going to be the ball game for them. Man. Actually, no, guys. I promise the Niners can still win. They just need a botch snap, fumble recovery, a one-play touchdown, a 2-point conversion, an onside kick, a one-play touchdown, and a 2-point conversion to tie. Guys, the Niners can do it. I promise. Nah, I'm kidding. This game's over. Stafford will take his first of many kneel downs with 1:16 to go. And one more should be able to put the final nail in the coffin. And will move the Niners to 6-4. They're going to have some teams chasing them now in this wild card race. Of course, the Panthers unable to capitalize, dropping a game to those pesky Saints. And they will drop to 500. So the NFC playoff race is going to be getting a little interesting as we get going. So I'll get Football Night in America over on the other TV. One more kneel down, and that'll do it. The LA Rams are going to get their revenge for that miracle meltdown, I guess, or for whatever loss they had to the Niners in Week 5 that went to overtime. The Rams get a resounding level of revenge, 42-26. The final 20 seconds on this clock are going to tick off. And ladies and gentlemen, the NFC West more or less is down to 2. Oh, but that is going to be the stream. I'm going to go get some dinner in me here before this Sunday Night Football stream. We'll be back up at around 6:10 here if I've got my kickoff time correct. I think this game kicks off for Sunday night. I want to say that is... give me just a moment to get my bearings together. Chargers. What time is this kickoff? Because I'll be on for that one as well. 6:20 p.m. So we'll be back about 6:10. Give it about an hour for this Sunday Night Football game between the Chargers and the Steelers. Chargers looking to keep pace in the AFC West. Steelers looking to keep their lead on the AFC North. Pretty tight at 2 games. It would be 2 games. Ravens pick up a game today. So the Steelers sitting on a 1.5 lead now. If they lose this, that lead drops to 1 as the Ravens look to surge back. If the Chargers win, they stay within a game of the Broncos for that AFC West title. Thank you all so much for coming out, showing out as always. I definitely enjoy doing this. If you enjoyed what I did, like the stream, help me get out to more people, subscribe, and I will see you guys here in